Standing on the sidelines, lying on repeat. Little campfire, fiction for the front row.
Legal by day, evil by night. Smiles for the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes every hand, wipes off the sin. Keeping all his secrets stacked in a file. Corrupting the crowd, one polished lie at a time. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Walking down the road with a pen in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Suits in the limo, cash in the case. Every empty promise tattooed on his face. Making sure the truth never leaves the room. Leaves it in the dark, lets the rumors bloom. Evil is his life, that's the only plan. Leave it up to Bill, you'll never hear truth again. Billboards and slogans painted on the town. Say his name enough till you start to bow. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Marching down the road with the script in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows a paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Legal by day, evil by night. Smiles for the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes every hand, wipes off the sin. Keeping all his secrets stacked in a file. Corrupting the crowd, one polished lie at a time. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Walking down the road with a pen in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Suits in the limo, cash in the case. Every empty promise tattooed on his face. Making sure the truth never leaves the room. Leaves it in the dark, lets the rumors bloom. Evil is his life, that's the only plan. Leave it up to Bill, you'll never hear truth again. Billboards and slogans painted on the town. Say his name enough till you start to bow. Here he comes again, propaganda man. Marching down the road with the script in his hand. Keeping him in office, you don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus beard full of deceit and smoke. Never shows a paper, never shows receipts. Here he comes again, propaganda man on repeat. Legal by day, evil by night. Smiles for the cameras, hides from the light. Darkness in his eyes, rot in his grin. Shakes again. Propaganda man, walking down the road with a pen in his hand, keeping him in office. You don't get my vote. Evil Santa Claus being full of deceit and smoke. Never shows the paper, never. I'm a Ashley, little black book in her hand. Plain dress, cold eyes, got a whole town under her command. Crooked smile, she can twist any truth in the room. Writes rumors in cursive, lets them grow like mold in a tomb. Every handshake has a hidden price. Every whisper cuts you like. I'm Miss Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, dum dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey, hey, hey. I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight, out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. She'll bless you, then bury your name in the dirt. Fake prayers, blank stare, and a grin when you're hurt. Tied tongues, cause they're scared of a touch. She just laughs in the shadows like I never did much. Every promise comes with poison threads. Every compliment lives under your bed. I'm Miss Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, dum dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey, hey. I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. One day all her charms run dry. No one left to believe her lie. I'm Miss Ashley, lying awake through life, casting spells every day, every night. So corrupted, all the darkness inside, casting spells, diminishing the light. I'm Miss Ashley, dum diddy dum dum dee dum. Hey, hey, hey. I'm Miss Witch, so ugly inside. Look what you become. Such injustice, truth is so far out of sight. I'm Miss Ashley, brewing spells of darkness and spite. I'm Miss Ashley, little black book in her hand. Plain dress, cold eyes, got a whole town under her command. Crooked smile, she can twist any truth in the room. Writes rumors in cursive, lets them grow like mold in a tomb. Every dirty, dirty green. Yeah, you know what I mean. Smile so clean. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Hey, hands so filthy, unseen. Big man on campus, shark in a Letterman jacket. Laugh while the whole town drowns. He just skims off the habit. Lives in the shadows, fake sugar on his teeth. Tells tales at the cookout. Nobody buys what he speaks. Dirty daddy green, pocket fat from grief. Plays a saint on Sunday, wears the mask all week. Got the suits on the string, all the badges on a leash. Blink, once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty daddy green, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. He got MPD in his jacket, ISP on the chain. Every handshake and blink. He'll have your world gone faster than you think. He laughs while you sink, says it's all just business as he pushes you to the brink. Dirty, 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 pockets, 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 dirty, 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 pockets fat from grease. Please say on Sunday, where's the mask all week? Got the suits on a string, all the badges on a leash. Blink once you miss it, he'll drag you to the brink. Dirty, dirty, proud of what he steals. Smiles in your face, signs, crooked deals. Every hallway, every street, and they're all in his pockets, kissing his feet. Dirty, dirty, green. Dirty, dirty, green. Little man on the scene trying to sound real tough. Standing on a stool, still ain't tall enough. Reaching for the counter like daddy, pick me up. Wants his lukewarm brew in his favorite sippy cup. Baby pain, stomp those socks. Tiny little sneakers, big boy talk. Puffs that chest, can't lift the lock. Bangs on the door till the hinges pop. Baby pain, just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pain, wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. Yeah. Poor little guy ain't got one friend. Crying to his mama, why's it all gotta end? Why? Tears on the floor. Kicks his legs, then he's back for more. Fake mean mug with the jelly on his chin. Throws one punch, then he runs back in. Hides behind mom when the world swings back. Wants big boots, still rocking snags. Baby pay. Just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pay. Wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge. Stomping up and down, red face, small frame. Tiny little storm trying to make it rain. Wah, that's his war cry. Big boy dreams in a shirt size 5. Baby pay. Just a little guy thinks he running the game. Baby pay. Wants a big desk, can't spell his name. In charge of the case, I don't think so. Give him some toys and shut that door. All he wants is to feel that large, but I'm the one in charge. I'm the one in charge.
All right, y'all. Let's get this show moving. Welcome back to the cafe, guys. We are open for business. It's great to see you all today. Hope you're all having a great one. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're all having a great week. And everybody out there working, I hope you're not working too hard. Take care of yourselves for sure, guys. We're going back in to part 2 of the crime scene photo thing continued. We'll see how long that takes, and if so, we'll jump into review this new interview out there, so on and so forth. So thank you all for being here. Please make sure to hit the like button and share this out and let everybody know what we're doing. Thank you to the Blue Crew for showing up. I appreciate you all so very much. Taking time out of their busy days. Always appreciated. Thank you to my producer, Mr. Mikey, and of course my videographer, Molly, for making those things happen that they do. Got some exciting things coming up down the road I'll explain here. That being said, you know where we go from here. Let's do it and get it moving, y'all. Thank you so much again.
Neon lights flicker like broken halos. Whispers gather in the smoke-filled air. Tables carved with secrets and shadows. Every story's a wound laid bare. The kettle's boiling with a restless rage. Justice written on an unseen page. I sip the silence, bitter taste, waiting for the ghosts to show their face. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. Mirrors cracked, reflections are liars. Ashes fall where the guilty once stood. The jukebox hums like a funeral choir. Echoes pounding through the neighborhood. Every scar is a candlelit vow. We hunt the how, we demand the now. No more silence, no more disguise. We'll paint the night with sharpened cry. At the True Crime Cafe, we serve up the pain they try to hide away. Pour another cup of the truth you crave. Raise your glass to the names they betrayed. This is not a sermon, it's a battlefield hymn. A requiem dripping from the bottle's rim. The guilty write stories in invisible ink, but we'll drag it all up from the edge of the brave. At the True Crime Cafe, the reckoning burns like a black bouquet. Every shadow will pay. In the True Crime Cafe.
All right. Welcome back, guys. Great to see you today. I hope everybody's having an amazing day today, feeling good, happy, healthy, living the dream. I hope you're all doing amazing. So, thank you for taking time out of your day, busy lives, busy days to be here. We appreciate you so very much for that. And thank you again to my amazing Blue Crew moderators for being here, taking time out of their busy lives and busy days to be here. Couldn't do it without them, and they know that. So very much appreciated. And thank you to all of you that are joining us from wherever you are. You are all so much, very much loved. So Thank you, thank you. We're jumping into part 2 today of these crime scene photographs. Um, I'm hoping Eddie will rejoin us today. And if we get through them fast enough, because I'm not going to be sticking to other than specific ones, then we're going to review this interview that's interesting to me. Uh, I've heard some things about it, so we'll see. Either way, and of course, the discussions that we have are always interesting to go along with it, so we'll see. Let's see. It looks like Stuart Jones is in the house with us today. Miss Rowe, great to see ya. Hey Dips, great to see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Tattoo Gal, welcome, welcome. It looks like I just missed Miss Tandy, Seahawks fan. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Thank you for jumping in here. The sassy one, Miss Cassie's in the house. Welcome to you, Tattoo Gal. Uh, Sleuther75 dancing on in. Great to see you today. The last 24's in the house. Good to see you, Mikey. Thank you for joining us as always. In Stitches, good to see you. Sylvia Hurley, welcome. Gen7, welcome back to you. Great to see you today. Miss Teresa, you as well. Moonlit Baby, welcome to you. Let's see. Sylvia's in the house. Uh, Sleuthy Kitty, welcome back. Mamo's thinking, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got in here? Rebecca Seidner, good to see you. Marty Fodrell, you as well. Lizzie Turtleballs, welcome back to you. Ozzy McGlynn, great to see you. Looks like Sylvia has a question. As soon as I get through this, I will definitely. Somebody jumped in here early on trolling, saying, beating a dead horse on Idaho 4. Most of what I do is by request at this point, so that's why. And then, of course, if you're not comfortable with it, you don't like it, there's many more places you can go. And I'm not trying to be mean, but you came in here, and you saw the title, so you don't have to make a negative comment. Crisscross to make it jump, jump. Good to see ya. Living Dead Girl, welcome back to you. Happy Hump Day 2. Uh, Good afternoon. Believe me, guys, this is a very long and drawn out case, and there's so much with it. I promise you, at some point, this will end. And when it does, oh my God, thank the Lord. Hopefully, there's some truth that comes out of it, though. I'll just say that. The tomboy just floated in or flew in on her bird. Good to see you, tomboy. You can be as, yeah, thank you, K Dips. Thank you. Angie B, good to see you. Good to see you. That's all good, Angie. Thank you for jumping in. Yes, I know, Lizzie. There's some very rude and mean peeps out there, but that's okay. They can stay there and we'll stay here. And there she is. You never know, tattoo girl. You never know. Or tattoo gal. Sorry. I knew Cassie'd jump on that if she could. Yeah. That's why as soon as I seen Crisscross, they were over at Devil's Advocates with us the other night. Lee kept saying it. Crisscross, I'll make you jump, jump. Been a long time for that one. I actually know some of the words too. I remembered them the other night. That was a popular song for a long time in the 90s. Right turn, Clyde. Welcome back. Good to see you today. Because inside out is wiggity wiggle whack. Margaret, welcome to you. That's why I have the best mods. Because they're not scared. They will do what they do. They don't play around. Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, Mrs. Doubtfire. I think I can change my voice to sound like hers. Maybe. Let me see if it works. Welcome, Miss. Oh, wait. Welcome, Miss Kawanda. Good to see you. Let's see if this works. Hello, 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 hello. Oh no, hello. Maybe it don't work. I don't know. Mrs. Doubtfire. They left. They left. They left already, Tomboy. They just came in to leave an ignorant comment and then left. Yes, I agree with the whole F spiders thing. I hate spiders. Bad. Very bad. I think I'm going to shave my head completely bald, you guys. Would you guys still come watch me? No? Beach Babe, welcome. Good to see you. Christy's in the house. Good to see Miss Christy. Glad she's back out on the 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 tube. Moto Man. Going on, brother. Let's see here. False Star, good to see you. Thank you, Sleuther. That's sweet of you. You still be you. It don't matter. I appreciate that. Stuart Jones, do you think there's a device between the families? What do you mean, my friend? Yes, we missed you, Christy. Your head, do you, buddy. See? No, I'm not going to do that, guys. I have an ugly scar. It's bad enough you can see it. If I shave my head, ew, I wouldn't come in here. I look like Frankenstein. I wouldn't do it. Plus, my wife would kill me. Sleuthy said, I don't know about that one. Moonlight, good to see you. 59 peeps in the house, guys. 40 likes, please. Make sure to hit the like button and come on in if you will. Sit down, find a seat, share it out. What's the scar? This scar here? I had a brain surgery done in 2000, the year 2000. I had something called an AVM, which is an arterial ventricular malformation, something you're born with, where basically the arteries and the blood vessels in your brain, they grow straight down through your body throughout. Okay. What happened to me was mine grew instead of going straight, they got all jumbled up into like a ball of spaghetti, is what it looks like. So it was causing all sorts of weird things to happen. It was pushing on the motor skills part of my brain and some other things. So they went in and clipped it out and put those back together with some. I got all sorts of metal in my head. I'm kind of half cyborg now, and put it back together and left this gigantic Frankendago scar on my head. So liberty bibbity. What are you doing, pretty girl? A divide. Oh, divide. Okay. I didn't quite understand you, Stuart. Now, I wonder. That's a great question. That is a great question. I do truly wonder that. Jesse Lynn, good to see you, dear. I've wondered that recently too, Stuart, because of some things that we've seen. So, yeah, that's a very possibility. Thank you, Tattoo Gael. They went in and fixed my motherboard, yes, or made me worse. Who knows? I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask the wife for that one. I am a legit metalhead. That's right. You guys know I'm a metalhead to begin with, so yeah, it makes it real. Good to see you, old man. Aquamarine, great to see you. Yeah, I made it. It was a scary situation. I had a 20% chance to make it through it. They um there is a big thing where you bleed out during it because there's so much pressure behind it. So, but I did it. I'm here 26 years later, and I'm grateful because I get to meet and hang out with all of you, beautiful people. Come on in, guys. Get comfortable. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Come on in, grab a seat, grab your cup, whatever it be. Fill it up. See if we're going to be joined by Eddie today. Miss Kim is still running her show. I really didn't want to overlap, but I only had a certain amount. I had to do other stuff this afternoon, so I had to get it in while I could. I felt bad doing that, but hopefully I didn't overlap too much of her show. I was over there watching it myself. It was a great show today, and I appreciate seeing all you guys over there doing it too. Love seeing you guys supporting them. Well, thank you, Jesse. It was very sweet of you. I'm grateful to be here too. It'd be nice if everybody was grateful, but there's some people that are not. That is a fact I found out. Everybody's got haters. You know how that goes. Looks like we have 63 peeps in the house, 45 likes. We're getting there. Come on in, guys. Grab a seat. Hit the button. We're about to get this off. I'm just trying to make sure everybody's here. Witchy was, witchy is, witchy woo. Good to see you. Just saw a bunch of you guys over there. Did Kim end? She was ending? Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't overlap much. I didn't want to do that. I hate doing that, especially with her. Good stuff. Good stuff. Num, 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 num. Let's see here. I don't think she's here, Cass. Oh, there she is. Yes, she is. SRBBB. Good to see you. Pretty much Finland. Good to see you. We'll be getting started here just a minute. Just trying to give everybody a chance to jump in so we don't have to backtrack. False star Lizzie. Good to see you guys. Mods, if you would, please look at the Discord, the mod chat in Discord real fast, please. I appreciate that. Lisa in the Cult Jam. Welcome, Lisa. Oh, wow. That's wild, Lizzie. Yeah, I would be curious to read that. The megastar, Miss Meg. Good to see you, dear. I've been told that before. I've been told that, K Dips. Yeah, I appreciate it and thank you. Oh, that's good to hear, Beach Babe. Very good to hear. Okay, you guys. This is why I love my people. Blue Crew's amazing. Oh yes, yes, yes. We all have a little bit of the same brain. We all share because we all think a lot alike. So where are we at here? Let me find it. Let me find something I've been thinking about for a while. Where's she at? Boom. All right. And there. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to do something today while we're waiting a little for everybody to jump in. Just wanted to do something and see if it worked. Let me see here. Maybe. Are you here, Jesse? I don't see her typing anything yet. Where's she at? Okay. I didn't see her. Jesse Lynn, I wanted to welcome you to the, of course, if you'll have it, the Blue Crew. Um, I've been thinking on it for a while. I wanted to make you a moderator quite a while ago, but I wanted to give you some time. You're always here. You're very helpful. You're very, very kind, and you match the rest of the crew. And I just thought it would be suitable for you. Appreciate you very much for being here. Hello, Miss Leah. And like I said, you remind me a lot of the rest of the crew. They're all amazing people, as I believe you are too. So welcome to the family. Welcome to the crew. We appreciate you, and the rest of them will they'll figure everything out, work you into the Discord thing for the meetings and stuff that we have. Should you choose to be, and they will welcome you and acclimate everything that you need. They're very good at that. So, welcome to the family, dear, and the crew. We appreciate you very much for being here always. Your loyalty to the channel is amazing, and you're just such a good person. I really do appreciate you. So, thank you for being part of our family now. You are very welcome. Very welcome. She's been around a long time too, guys. It probably should have happened before, but just things happen and whatever. But either way, all right. Poor Mikey. We need to get more guys in here, guys. Mikey's just all alone by himself with all these ladies. I'm sure it doesn't bother him too much, but he's also a producer too, so he gets to move around more. All right. Great to have you on board. Paul Stark, good to see you. Oh, Meg, stop it. You know better than that. Everybody that's in this community that is part of this crew was handpicked for a reason. Every one of you, and you know why. Each one of you does something special for this channel, for this community, and each one of you are very much amazing. So, I know you are, Mikey. I know. Every one of you is very important. Yeah, I'm if yeah, I didn't really get to have this conversation beforehand, but I'm actually on the same brainwave with Tomboy too. That was going to be my next question. So if you guys are okay, SRB was the that's what I thought. So give me 1 minute. There's our Molly, good golly almighty. Um, yeah, this is a thing we do every so often. Let me see. I just want to make sure we get all our business out of the way, and then we jump into what we're doing. I think so too, SRB. I do. I have for a minute. So Where be, where do, where go? No, no, no. 1 minute. Maybe. Bingo. Here we go. All right. That should be done. And let's see. Sluther75, where are you, dear? Is Brandy in here? Brandy B, my OG. I got the whole fam in here for this today. Molly's in the house. Christy. Welcome, Karen. Good to see you. Sluther75. I am going to bring you into the crew as well, dear. You are always here every day, no matter what time of day it is. You've contributed so very much to this channel to help it to grow. Um, yeah, everybody's in the house. That's how I like it too. So congratulations to you, of course, if you'll have it. And if you don't, anybody that doesn't, I just do this. I don't talk to anybody except for the crew. Um, don't feel bad if you don't want it. Of course, if you want it, we would love to have you as part of the family as well, part of the crew. Um, and if you do, welcome to the family. We appreciate you very much. You're again a very good fit. I think you're very kind, very welcoming, and just a good person all around. Okay, and you're always here. Since we've met you, your loyalty to the channel is just unheard of. You're always here, and you've always been very interactive and very welcoming and interactive with everybody in the community. So, the moderators actually recommended this as well. So I think we all feel the same that you should be part of this family as well, dear. So congrats if you oh, you'll do fine, Sluther. And like I said, they will acclimate everything to you and Jesse with everything the way we do it here. For the Discord stuff, if you're able to be in the Discord for the meetings and the voice chat, stuff like that. So yes. So we got another blue crewer. Means I'm gonna have to change one of the songs again. And that's fine. You'll do amazing, Jesse. You both will. No doubt about it. You won't even have to try. All of the other welcome Karen, Blue Devil, good to see you. All of the other moderators will make sure you guys, whatever you need, they'll help you get it. I'm not the guy to come to for that. I don't know anything. I'm just this guy out here. So make sure they're all welcomed, please. So again, as I always claim or I always say, I'm sorry, and proclaim that anybody that is blue gets treated like you would treat me. Just show them respect. They will show you respect. If they say something, please adhere to it. They're very good people. They're very smart people. They're not going to do something unless they need to do something, folks. So just show them the respect they deserve is all I ever ask, and that's that. So welcome, Phenomena Mom. Good to see you, and I'm so grateful to have you two ladies joining our family and our crew. And I hope it's a comfortable transition for you as well. Lisa Wilson, good to see you. Is Bronxy in the house? Ms. Logan, what's up, girlfriend? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. You guys make sure you are subscribed to Bronx Tales True Crime if you have not yet done it. What are you doing with your life? Come on now. You guys got to make sure you are subscribed over there. Please make sure we drop Miss Logan's link here, guys. It's good to see Christy back. We've missed her. So now that we've gotten our work business out the way, welcome, ladies, again to the family. We appreciate you. And if you have any questions, issues, or problems with anything, you know where to go. If you can't do anything, they will make sure that you guys are comfortable. If not, come to me with anything. So, all right, all right. Holy hell, in a handbag! You did not need to do that, Sluther. But thank you so very much. Number one towards our goals for today. It's very sweet of you to do. Amazing. 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 Such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for that, hon. We appreciate that so very much. Wow. Yeah, we do. I just looking at it. Unfortunately, Miss Tandy has to work, but we have pretty much the whole crew in here. It's awesome. Yes, she is too. Very much so. Why are you emotional? Well, don't be emotional. I hope it's a good thing. Smiling Sleuth, good to see you. New Mexico 444, welcome to you. Karmic Retribution in the house. Good to see you, dear. Christy's been living the Amish life. No, not like Amish Ashley now. Come on. Don't you worry about you being here is given more than enough, Leah, and you know that. Moonflower, good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining us. Happy Wednesday to you. That's funny, Mike. Poor Christy. Christy went through some shit, guys, but we're glad she's back for sure. Let's see. We got Brandy in the house, Miss Molly, Brandy B, the OG. Brandy's been here for 5 years, guys. Long, long time. First one with me ever. Before Kim gets in here, I made her a goosey, a text and outfit complete with. That's hilarious. That's awesome. I love it. I don't know that we'll see Kim today. I think she might be busy, but if she does, that would be awesome. All right. And that'll tell you something, guys. This crew, this blue crew, most of them have been here for a long time. Okay. 4+ years. And that says everything to me. That'll tell you who these people are in this channel and why. And they're very close. They work together very well. They support each other. That's what this is all about to me. And that's why it's so important that I pick the right ones for this. Okay. And I always have tried to do the best at that because they all are just amazing. So, yeah, Christy's been here 4 years for sure. Not as a mod, but 4 years at least. Thank you so much, Susan Silverstein, for that super sticker. Very amazing of you. Looks like a little fox with a trophy or something. That's cute. Thank you so much. God bless. Very, very generous. Yeah. You got Jesse. You got him handled, Brandy. Thank you for that. Yeah. Christy has been here a long time. Christy, Nevada. I remember that. Good Lord. That's when we first started. Gen 7, good to see you. Mm. Leah's been around about 3 years. Yeah, you guys have been here a long time, all of you. Tomboy, Mikey, Mama Bear. We don't get to see her often. She's my co-host. Um, they've been here forever. Um, and ever and ever. Even the newer ones are still been around for a long time. So I do. I do. I have, and I will always say this. I have the best team and the best crew on YouTube, and I'll die on that hill. I don't care who it is. I don't care what channel it is. I have the best. I am very lucky for that too. So I could never, ever expect any better. And I love each and every one of them with everything. I truly do. I would do anything for them. So I this is the best community. Truly. I'm beyond grateful for every one of them. Yeah, Meg is the HR lady. So if you have issues, you got to go to her. She'll probably just tell you to go to lunch. Jacqueline Keeley, good to see you. Ro, you've been here a long time. Ro, I'm pretty sure, didn't you change your name from Rowena to Ro? I thought you had been here quite a while. Yep. It's been forever, guys. I can't even believe I've been out here. The channel itself just had its 4-year birthday last month, I think. Yeah. Moonflower's been here a long time too. A lot of this community has been here for 4+ years. Yes. or very close to. 5'2" and 139 pounds. That boy is growing too fast, in my opinion. 5 years last month. That's what I thought, Tomboy. It had been more than that, but Lisa Q, good to see you. Zapash, hello. Good evening from the UK. Lisa. We got 102 people in the house right now, 77 likes. We are definitely catching that up, guys. So thank you for that. All right, guys. So we got all of the business out of the way. Again, please, if you will, respectfully, welcome the new moderators to the family, to the crew, to the channel. Jesse Lynn and Sluther75. It is so great to have you as part of the family. I'm grateful for both of you, as are the moderators. Amala, you've been here since the start of time, so that's just a fact. It's been close to 5 years too. Same time Mike and Mama Bear and everybody popped in here. Tomboy, Beverly Pike, welcome. Good to see you, dear. Mystica, welcome to you. You are very welcome, Jesse, and thank you. Thank you for being so supportive of the channel and all of us. And so, such a good person, Jesse. That's what it's all about. So we appreciate that so very much. Moonlit baby. Yeah. Yeah, you've been here a long time. Long time. I will say that. And again, if there's any questions with anything, guys, they will, I promise they will work with you and make everything work out for you. And again, as I always say to everybody, and they know this, if there's ever issues or problems, we try to work it all out within ourselves. And if not, in there, whatever, if not anything, you come directly to me. Never be afraid to talk to me because I am not afraid to talk. I will talk everything out with everybody. So that's how we work it over here. Oh, that's awesome to know, Ozzy. Good to hear. December 22, didn't it? Oh, see? I didn't even know that. Now we know who's up on the chopping block. Some of the people that are coming up next for that blue stuff coming down the road, for sure. That's awesome, Moonflower. We appreciate you very much. Okay, you guys. I don't know. It doesn't look like Eddie's popping in here today. So let's see. Okay. All right. So let me ask you this question. I wanted to do. We were reviewing these photographs again because Eddie never got to see a lot of them. A lot of you guys did. Some of you did not. I'm going to give you guys a choice here, where you want to start at. Do you guys want to continue where we left off? I have that written down with the pictures, or do you want to review this interview with this Brandon gentleman? What do you want to do first? It's up to you guys, and I'll tell you how I'm going to do this. If you want to continue with the photographs where we left off yesterday first, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And if you want to continue, or if you want to go review this interview first, put a 2 in the chat. And then we'll pick up from the other end. Whatever we don't do, we'll do the other after. Yeah, if you want the interview, throw it in. No. I'm giving you the choice, Meg. You have to help. If you want the interview, why bother? Good to see you. Throw 2 in the chat. And if you want the photographs, throw 1. Blue Devil, I see you there. Well, we can do it again if we have to. I'm just curious about it. Looks like everybody's throwing 2s in the chat, so that kind of made that decision. Wow. Mary Casey, welcome. It is this Brandon gentleman, and then I don't know how long the interview is, but once we get through that, we can jump back into the other stuff for sure. I'll see if I can adjust the audio on it and make it better for you guys. I'll try. And if not, then like I said, I know Lana's very good at she'll readjust and fix the audio and somehow, and then we will go through it again. But okay, I see what. Well, that's the interview. It is. You guys are quick. Cheesecake Factory. Oh my god, I am so jealous. Brandon Jensen was one of Jack Decor's roommates, guys. For those of you that didn't know, that's why I was interested in it. Um, Again, I'm so grateful for everybody joining us today. Um, 1 minute, I'm setting this up for you guys. By the way, for the thumbnail, that was not my fault that I have the Mr. T starter kit thing going on. That was Chat GPT did all that. I thought it was kind of funny, so I left it. Congrats and welcome to the sauce, crisscross. Wonderful to have you a part of the family. Another meatball jumping in with us as we spill that sauce. Welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome to the sauce, crisscross. Welcome to the sauce, crisscross. So now I got to make a new mod song. I wanted to do it anyway. That way I can throw the other two ladies in it. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here it is. And I make sure everybody show some love to Lana with Truth and Transparency. She's the one that got this interview. Please and thank you. Make sure you hop over, hit the like button, and subscribe to Lana if you have not yet done it. Again, what are you doing with your life? Uh, this is coming from Miss Alana herself. Hopefully, she'll be joining us here soon. I'm working on trying to get Lana to join us for the. That's what I was going to tell you guys about is what we have coming down the road. Trying to get Lana to join us for the the verdict room Saturday nights that we do. Myself, Miss Kim from Truth and Transparency, Logan from Bronx Tales True Crime, and my producer Mikey, the last 24. We've been running that show. It's been a great show. So we're working on Miss Lana joining us. We just got to get her when she's not busy. We have coming down the road April 4th. Excited for this one. Um, I'm sorry, March 28th first. Birdie's going to be joining us that night. And then coming April 4th, Jules from Jules True Crime Reaction is going to be joining us. I'm super, super excited for both these shows. So make sure you guys put that in your mental calendar to join us. So March 28th, we're going to be joined by Birdie. And then coming April 4th, Jules is going to be joining us. Again, these are for the verdict room, unfiltered, folks. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Both of them. And we do have one coming up this Saturday. I'm not going to give you any details about that one as of yet. I'm going to try to leave that as a surprise. So closer to the day, I'll give it to you. So it is always 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Myself, the awesome Mike from Last 24, my amazing producer who makes all this stuff happen, you guys. None of this would happen without him. And then, of course, the two lovely ladies, Miss Logan from Bronx Tales and Kim from Typically Unique. It's always an amazing show. We have great conversations in there. This past Saturday, if you have not yet caught it, we had Mr. Kevin Curtis, Washington State defense attorney, joining us about broke down the Idaho stuff, so on and so forth. It was a great show, great conversation. If you didn't see it yet, make sure you go back and catch that one, please. It is on my channel, meaning yes. It's just a sub show we run on Saturdays. Yes, Jules is a sweetheart. I've loved Jules and respected and followed her since I started. We started together roughly closely, and I've always respected Jules and what she does. So I'm super excited to have her here again. It's been a long time since she's been over here. Yeah, we did. I think I agree with you that we learned a lot from Kevin. It was a great show, and I'm excited to have Kevin back again too. So, all right, guys. Now there are some audio issues with this, and this is not Lana's fault. This is just shoddy work with the interview and all that. And if anybody can fix this, Lana will at some point. So we'll probably end up going back to it again, but we'll do what we can do. I'll try to turn on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, the closed caption to help in that aspect as well. But again, make sure you guys thank Miss Lana for putting this out. Show some love over there and all that fun stuff because she deserves it. She works really hard. A fire alarm beep. That's awesome. All right, guys, let's move this along. Just curious. My birthday, dead girl, is in November 23rd. So not till the fall. Yes, I agree, Jen. I miss working with Jules. She's so smart. And she's just an awesome person. I love Jules to death. Yours is Jules Day. What's going on, Karmic? Yeah, I'm working on having Miss Karmic join us too, if I can get her here. I've been working on that. We're trying. We're trying. She's such a busy lady. Chihuahua's good to see you. That's your birthday? Oh, remember that, guys. Yes, I'm a Sagittarius, Margaret. April 4th is Tomboy's birthday. We will remember that for sure. Oh, really? Wow. That's very cool, Chihuahuas. And that's your mom's birthday. Very cool. Very cool. All right, on we go. Again, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to Karmic Retribution, please do. She puts out some really amazing statements and points that she makes on her channel. Please, if you will. You're Sagittarius too, Pulse. Awesome. Sagittarius rock. No, listen. Look, listen. There is no reason to be shy nor scared. Not in this community. Nobody would ever talk down to you or it wouldn't be allowed because we respect you too much in here. Um, and you don't have to turn your camera on if you're not comfortable with it, but you do your shows and you do amazing on your lives, you know what I mean, or your videos. So honestly, it's the same thing. And don't worry about these people. These people all love you and respect you as well. They watch your channel. And they would all love to see and hear what you have to say as well if you can join us. So just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to shove it down your throat, dear. I don't want to force you, but I can promise you you'll be safe. We will protect and you'll be very well respected here, hon. That's a promise. Yeah, and that's 100% it. You have to be ready on your own. I guess I've been the channel that a lot of people have, quote unquote, they've broken uh, their busted the cherry, they call it on the panel here. I've done that with a lot of people. A lot of people have done it here, I should say. So it's good to know that this is a community that can be trusted for that. So they are, they truly are. But I can promise you that nobody's going to say a word to you or attack you or anything in here. That will never happen. Period. Yeah, you would be amazing. I love watching your stuff when you put it out. You always make amazing points. You do it very well. You're very well spoken. So it would be awesome to have you join us whenever you're ready, dear. Again, no rush because I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Miss Paula's here. Angie B, good to see you. Um, I told you, you're very well respected, dear. A lot of people follow you. So everybody was definitely looking forward to it. That's how it was said to me, Megastar. Many people said it. Moto Man just said that the other night was his first time being on a panel too. A lot of people do it over here for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the comfort zone. I hope that would be a good thing. Is Senor here? Spaghetti Taco, welcome. All right, guys. I'm rambling, and let's do this. Let's check out this interview again. Brandon Jensen was on the defense list for the trial if it would have happened. So I'm curious to see what he has to say. This was one of the roommates to Jack Decor, and it's interesting that he was on the defense list to me. So, see, patiently waiting on Carmack. Everybody wants to hear what she has to say when she joins us over here. So, whenever you're ready, my door is open to you. You just let me know. Blue Devil, good to see you. Mama's in the house, and I swear to God, I just missed it. I know I did because I was running my damn mouth, and I got to do this first. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Where did it go? Did I miss it? I did. Hold on, you guys. Give me 1 second, and we'll get this kicked off, I promise. Where is it? Damn it, damn it, damn it. There they are. Miss Meg, I can't even find it on the StreamYard side because StreamYard's stupid. Is that it? There it is. Boom. Thank you so much, Miss Meg. I didn't miss it. I was just talking. Miss the Meg, the Megastar just dropped 10 new memberships in here. Again, so very generous of you, and we appreciate you so much. And it looks like Moonflower, Lhasa, Ozzy McGlynn, Romy 2188, Marshall Hamu, Kelsey Hammonds. Hey, it's Ariel. Pamela 1121, Inspector Gadget, Megan Hamill, Emilio 710. All of you guys got new memberships. We got 12 new meatballs now. And thank you so much, Meg. You're such a sweetheart. So very generous of you, and God bless. We do appreciate you very much. Thank you. Too fast for please in the house. Good to see you guys. By the way, make sure that down at the bottom of the chat screen, there's a little dollar sign inside a square box. Make sure you click on that too. Make sure that you can go in there, click on that, go in there, and make sure you can receive gifts because there's a lot of generous people in this community that gift out memberships and whatnot all the time. So please, to be able to receive those memberships, make sure you go in, click on that, and click to be able to receive gifts. That way you can receive your membership when they do go out because they do go out often. Again, Meg, thank you. You're such a sweetheart. And we very much appreciate that. Welcome to the 12 new meatballs that have jumped in the sauce with us. Exciting, exciting. Wonderful to have so many new meatballs. Welcome too fast. Good to see you. All right, back to the where we were. Where did it go? Here it is. Again, guys, thank you to Truth and Transparency and Miss Lana for making this happen with this interview. I think she's the only one that was able to get this. So very kind. Yes, Meg, we love you, dear. We appreciate you. All right. Let me move this up here. That way you guys can see it better. And we are off.
He lived with Jack Decor. He was one of his roommates. There was 2 guys living upstairs. Braden Johnson was one of the guys that lived with Jack in the house. There was 5 of them, and there was 2 guys upstairs. So here we go. Remember, I'm going to be live all night tonight. St. Patty's Day. Let's keep it going. I was live earlier. We were in the ghetto of Columbus. If you did not see that episode, you can go check it out. I witnessed a BJ. So
it is November 18th at 11:36 a.m. Idaho State Police Detective Matt Weinstein and HSI
Whoa.
Task Force Officer Sage Collins, and we were speaking with. Could you spell your first and last name for us, please? Awesome. And how do you know the victims?
I was friends with them. I was friends with 2 of them. I didn't necessarily know the other 2, but I was
Okay. And which 2 were you friends with?
Kaylee Gonzalez and Matt.
And you were
Yeah, I turned on the closed caption. That way it might help a little bit, guys. If you need me to back up or anything or slow something down, just let me know. I have no problems doing that. And yes, she did just say she witnessed a BJ because she went to the ghettos of Columbus on St. Patty's Day. And unfortunately had to see that. So
you said you were neighbors with them as well.
it.
I'll be honest with you guys. What's interesting to me is that this Braden gentleman was on the witness list for the defense. I'm really curious as to why. Truly. So I'm very curious. Why did Ann Taylor have this person added to the defense list when he was a roommate of Jack Decor? It's just interesting to me. This is all I'm saying. So
You said you didn't particularly know the other 2.
I knew of them, but not really.
Okay. Can you describe anything that we'll just start with this and then kind of backtrack a little bit and go over kind of 7 nights. But can you describe anything that if an investigator feel investigators know about Kaylee or Matt and the interactions they've had with other people or anything like that?
Kaylee was dating one of my roommates. They were on and off for a while. And I knew Maddie's boyfriend fairly well. It's just he was older than us. He had He's down here. I knew those 2 relations. They were both in sororities. I knew Kaylee a little better just because my roommate. I think was her.
Okay. And who's your roommate? Okay.
I could start. It's just.
And how was Kaylee's relationship? You said it was off and on.
It was off and on near the end, but they were dating long before we went to college together.
Okay.
I knew we did the same fraternity as me, and then when we moved out of the fraternity off campus, we were roommates there.
Okay.
And they were dating. I believe they started dating sometime like sophomore year in high school. And she would always, if they had dogs together, they'd always come over and hang out. They're very good relationship.
I'm assuming they were in an offset. What was their relationship like?
hopefully that helps.
This is redacted. Eight to eight white thorn will never be the same again. If you know, you know.
You know, of anything else for Kaylee or Maddie that you like, boyfriend or someone that they got into a fight with or anything like that?
I don't know anything about that. I just know that it's two really good friends. Okay. My girlfriend is the same one. She was the one was one of us.
Okay, what time with both of them?
Welcome, Miss Kim. Great show today. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you much.
Didn't go directly to the same school, but both of them.
Okay. Did you see Kaylee or Maddie at all on Sunday? Either
I saw her Sunday.
it's on Saturday night. Okay. Did this happen Sunday, or was it Monday?
I think it's probably Sunday morning. Really.
Okay. And so, when you say you saw them Saturday, is that the day prior to like the night?
Yes.
And you said you did see them?
I did, yes.
I do not know what that means, Kim. I was going to ask if you guys knew. So, no, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that.
Can you kind of walk me through a little bit of the timeline?
So
Your interaction with them?
it was probably around 9 o'clock. I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and we went over to back to my house where
9:12 p.m.
PM, yes. And probably around like 10 o'clock PM, she said she was gonna head.
Oh, I know what she's talking about because of what she said she saw happening. That's where it happened at. It's in Columbus, so I get it now. Thank you, Meg.
She said there wasn't anyone else over there besides just those two and the two other roommates. And we were all just kind of hanging out, drinking and playing some games. So probably around somewhere between probably like 10:45 to 11. They left and got a ride to the Corner Club, and then shortly after that, me and all my friends stayed at the All right. And at the Corner Club, I talked to them. It was very brief, but I did talk to them. I could see them because my girlfriend was hanging around, and they were all in the same group. Probably sometime around maybe 11:30, 11:45. It's a little bit after we got there. I walked my girlfriend to the bathroom, and those two girls were standing right there. And I just asked them because they had a sorority formal the night before, and I saw them post on Instagram. She's gonna go and stuff. So I asked how the formal was. It's been going. All right, you guys started the game. It was pretty brief, like maybe 5 minutes, which is just okay. That was weekend. Let's get up to.
Sorry to backtrack a little bit. You said they got a ride to the Corner Club. Was that from a pledge or from taxi service?
It was from, I believe, this guy does Uber, or maybe it's a taxi, but he's always giving this group of girls rides. And he always, like, they have this number, and he has their numbers.
Okay.
I was a little weird because he kind of.
He's always giving these stupid girls rides. And that's interesting because this stupid guy, that's who Kim covered on her show today, Eric Gower, the creep. I have no trust in this man whatsoever, folks. Make sure if you haven't seen it, you check out Typically Unique show from today. It was very good.
Like 3 every once in a while, or whatever, and people ask for rides. I've always thought that was kind of weird. He's older. I want to say he graduated from 4 or 5 years ago. All right, probably been like what?
You know his name?
I don't know his last name.
That's a great question. Where does Eric Gower live?
Yeah, it was Kaylee, Maddie, and my girlfriend. I believe it was just those three in the car, but there could have been more people. But they did get it right. But you know what? He switches people. One time I got into his car and he was driving a minivan, and the other time it's just like little
And there it is, and the truth shall set you free. I don't know if Mark B is in the chat. I'm going to rewind that part right there. They asked, do you know what kind of car he drives? He's always driving something different.
And that's an interesting point. He's got a Prius. He said he had a truck that he had a lift kit on that he took off. Now we're talking about a minivan. How many vehicles do you have, dude? And it makes you wonder why, how many times has he switched up his cars when he's out taking these girls here and there? Just curious. Good point.
And Taylor, you holy shit. I'm going to rewind it. Here it is.
One time I got into his car, he was driving a minivan, and the other time it's just a little something like that. You don't know. I want to say silver. I could be off. I'm not sure.
Again, one more time.
He switches people. One time I got into his car, he was driving a minivan, and the other time it's just a little something like that. You don't know. I want to say silver. I could be off. I'm not sure.
And this is, I mean,
That's why I'm not sure the fact that he's Uber, he's just taxi and kind of friends with these guys. Because he's not that much. Okay, so.
Okay, so around 10:45, the three girls get a ride to the corner club, and then you go shortly after. Sorry, what time did you say you headed down there?
Probably sometime maybe 10, 15 minutes after that. Probably close to 2 minutes. Yeah.
And then you said you had been there for about an hour. 5 minutes.
Roughly an hour.
Okay.
I did notice them walking out afterwards too. Just because I've asked them, what are your friends doing? She said they just left to go to John's alley, and that was very late. That was probably like 12:50.
okay, so now this is what's interesting to me. So go ahead and write this down here. 12:30. He's saying that they left to go to John's alley at 12:30. And I don't know if he's just got his times off, but I don't know. But I think it's interesting because we never see, like, obviously we see them walking to go to the grub truck, but we never see them walk. Did we see them walk out of with the timestamp on at Corner Club? And is that time? I remember Olivia was talking about that. There was something she thought that was off about that back in the day. Anyways, they're all adamant that they went to the John's alley before they went to the grub truck. But hey, just want to throw that out there. Whoopsies. Hold on. Whoopsies. The hell? What the hell just happened? Hold on. That was not what I wanted to do. Hold on. Okay. Again, Eric Gower just drives different cars. Sometimes he's in a minivan. What? A minivan? That's a very important vehicle. That's a van that just like shows up later. I mean, literally wait till you hear some of this shit that's coming. I can't believe I just did that. God damn it. All right, here we go. Give it a second. It's loading, and I'm going to push it where we just left off.
My just those three to farm, but they could have been more. But they did get it right. You know what? He switches people. One time I got into his car and he was driving a minivan, and the other time it's just like little, I could sit there. Can't reach something about that. You know, color. I want to say silver. I could be off on that. I'm not 100%.
Unbelievable.
That was very late. That was probably like 12:50 when she and Casey were back. When they left. It's just another boss. He walks up the whole thing.
And did with them, what did she say?
She did not. She stated. I also noticed too that they were. I'm gonna get off here, but they were hanging out with this one dude who was another college kid our age. And I asked my girlfriend about this. I mean, this is after the tragedy and all this happened, but I asked her, it's like, they usually hang out. Because I never really see those guys hanging out, and she said no. But he was kind of with them and kind of in the same group with them at the club, and he followed them to jobs. He left with the same. I just thought it was kind of weird because
Change the battery, dude. That's so irritating.
I don't know, those guys just never really anything to each other.
So
See, that's one of my biggest issues with him. He wouldn't charge the girls, okay, which I've always had issues with. But and he's giving them shots, like trying to get them drunk, and he's changing up different cars here and there. Like it just makes you think. I've never trusted this guy. He's such a creep. It's a big deal to me. She can't reach what, Moonlit?
you saw them
Oh, the smoke
hanging
alarm.
out with, and then I'm going to jump around a little bit. I apologize. You walk to the bathroom, saw them kind of in that area, had a real brief conversation with them, and they left shortly afterwards.
Yes.
And you saw them leave and follow them, or did they leave with them?
Oh, I thought that beeping was coming from in the interview.
They
And then after that, so okay, I got that correctly. So what happened after that?
After that, me and my girlfriend just walked home, probably around.
Oh, okay,
It
good.
was fairly late. It's probably like 1:30. But she lives very close to the corner club, so we ended up just walking home. Both of us went over there to stay there. And I guess the next morning when we woke up, we went and got food.
Welcome, Jen A.
We went to drive me home. It was around roughly 11:45. But when she dropped me off, there was only one cop car there. Parked kind of in front of my house. I mean, this is all one. They're like good information.
No, that's great.
But when she dropped it off, there's only one cop car there. And that's kind of weird because I mean, it's a tiny little road with video on it. So I've never seen a cop come up there. It says like, just something for the houses. And shortly after that, she turned around and drive back to her house. And when she drove away, she knew and called and said, "Hey, I just saw one cop cars and flying in front of me. What's going on up there?" So I was on the phone and I told my other roommates, we were all hanging out in the living room, and we walked outside, and it was me and my other roommate. Us three went and stood outside and watched all these cops run up to their house, and immediately started putting the crime scene tape across their whole backyard and everything. And that's when my roommate, it was a boyfriend, girlfriend, he had a phone call. He ran over. He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's kids. That's what's going on." So he ran over there, was over there for probably an hour and a half to 2 hours. When he came back, he was very obviously he had years and living put ones together. He ran into his room and he came out. He said, "Hey, we were assuming something terrible happened when was going on." He said, "Some of the girls over there passed away and one of them escaped." And then he went to the big station and answered the question. And that was the next time I see him.
That day, that Monday.
That was Sunday.
This is Sunday. So just so I'm kind of tracking, so the night before you walked home to your house to her house. And she doesn't live near.
No, she lives on the outside of it. She lives on like this weird little alley behind the restaurant. You can struggle in it, but
Okay, so she lives near the corner club, which is on the other side from where you guys live. You live.
yes.
Okay. And she, you guys woke up, went up. Okay.
It's like this little food stuff we popped up in the middle of the night. Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Okay.
They stay open till like 3 or 4. They stay open pretty late.
When did you go to the drug truck?
After we got the corner club, we went at corner club to the drug truck and I noticed too. I was looking at social media stories, and I know, like I said, these guys are just my friends. So I was looking through trying to see if I could see something too, and I noticed they were at drug truck shortly after us. They had posted a Snapchat story, Kaylee and I did.
Okay.
And from the time that it is posted, like it just tells you how long ago stuff was posted. It looked like they were there sometime between 3 to 4.
At the drug truck?
The drug truck, yes. Okay. I don't know if this helps too, but drug truck does this thing where they live stream what's going on because it's meant to be like a place where drunk.
Hey guys, if you have your earbuds in, I'm whispering. He left and lives in Boise. So when he's looked at his phone to get all these timestamps, that's why everything is off like an hour. Just so you guys know that. I'll go over it at the beginning, or I'll go over it at the end though. So when he's saying like that they were at the grub truck at 3:30 or whatever, just hang tight with all of that. Okay. Okay.
When you're there, these people can watch it like Twitch, like this live streaming service, but you can watch it there. And it's happened before where people will type in on the live stream, be like, "Hey, this guy, tell him if he does 20 push-ups, I'll pay for his food." So they got that's brilliant. But they post that you can go back and watch the footage of every night. So I went back, watched it, and seen those two there like 3 days before. And at that time where I went back and watched the footage, I don't still. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know if that information helps. It's just I went off on it.
No, they can't. So also saw on the Twitch stream that they were there around 3:30 in the morning. All right.
Lucy.
Here's the grub truck.
Good to
He
see
said,
you, man.
John's Alley, is close to the corner club.
Yeah, it's rough.
And I'm guessing the truck is also kind of,
It's all right in the stretch of it. All those stores and stuff.
when you were at the grub truck, did you notice anything that stood out to you? Anybody that looked out of place or anything like that while you were there?
I didn't know that. It all looked like people.
But nobody that stood out like, oh man, that's freaking crazy or anything
No,
like
I
that.
didn't.
Okay.
When I went there, there's probably 10 or 12 people there. It was crazy, so I just kind of sit there probably that. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I missed it on my notes. When did you end up going and getting breakfast and getting right back to your house?
Roughly around 11:30, 11:45. Went down past the
I've actually wondered that about Gower myself because of things that he said and does. I do have questions about that. I think it's very plausible. Don't forget, you guys, he flashed a badge. So remember that.
One of the roommates was there, and she's four roommates. One of them was there. The other one of the roommates was down for the weekend with the boyfriend down there, and their fourth roommate always spends like every night over at their friend's house. He just lives across the room. So, all four of those girls were in the same sorority.
And when, I'm sorry, and I know you already said this, when did you end up leaving?
Good point, SRB. Very interesting.
Corner club.
Somewhere
Or grub truck and head
around 1:30. Roughly, we left this. The bar was kind of starting to wrap up, and they had last.
Yeah, Eric Gower. There was a couple he picked up. I can't remember where, but at some point he had told them he was a police officer. I was told he flashed a badge. I don't know if that's true, but he did tell them he was a police officer. So just remember that. This dude is a complete creep. Gower is.
I can look at my bank account when I closed out of that to give you guys like an exact.
if you want to, you can.
I'll see.
When you got out, did you notice any coming or going, or were you out for the night?
We sat down and ate food for probably 20 minutes. Then oh shoot, sorry, it doesn't give me an exact time, but it was on 11:14, so it was obviously after midnight, so that was first thing Sunday morning. Okay, that's what I got for when I closed it.
All right.
I think it was something like 1:30 because people were starting to be ways.
Did you notice anything while the two girls were still? Sorry, I'm talking. While the two girls were still at the corner club with you before they left, did you notice anything other than? Did you notice anything?
Yeah, what she says there is true. He lied many, many times. So I just don't trust anything about him.
Anything else weird? Anybody paying odd attention to them or
Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. They're friends with a lot of people from this one fraternity, and they were always kind of, I was friends with those guys too, so we were all just kind of in one big circle. Okay.
And then again, as they were leaving, or what you saw on social media, you didn't notice anything odd or anybody saying?
From what I saw when I went back to watch the drug truck live stream of that night, I did find it odd that it's still late. It was so late, and I'm not trying to say that.
Yes, JP.
Like, I'm sure this is the guy who did it. Not that at all. I just watched the footage and I thought it was odd because when they're at drug truck, he doesn't necessarily talk to them. He's just kind of in line behind them, and he starts talking about some random guy that was there, and he never necessarily is in like direct conversation with those two, but it's just kind of there, like show up at the same time. I thought that was kind of odd, but from what I saw when I was in person with them, I think it was struck my attention. All
right. What have you heard in regard to like anybody else? And so granted, we're kind of reaching into third party, but like what have you heard either across social media or conversations with your friends about what other people have thought about it?
I've heard a lot of theories that my roommate is the one who did it, but that's not true because my roommate spent the night with him and he stayed at their house all week. When they left the police station, we did. My three other roommates, one of my other roommates worked at the club, and he only stays there. Busy nights like that, moving up and stuff. But
and what's his name?
His name. And then my other two roommates who went home with, they're also in this area too. Their names are. His last name's Benfoldy. And the other one.
So there's 5 of you that live there, and works at the corner club. Yeah. And are roommates with you, and you are actually still currently a roommate.
Yes.
Okay.
It's still all 5 of us.
All right. Sorry. So you were talking. A lot of people have been thrown up, or maybe, but you said your all 3 of your other roommates stayed at home that night.
They did. They all went home. The cops were actually came to our house and talked us too. The story that I heard from them is that when they all got back home,
the cops came to our house and talked to all of us. Where the fuck is that? Where the fuck is that? When did all the cops come to your house and talk to you? The day that it happened. Also,
I think he might be talking about when they were doing the walk around the canvas of the neighborhood. The one cop talked to the 2 of them that were standing outside of the house. That could be what he's referencing, or there could have been more to it that we just don't know. And if that's true, she's right. Where the hell is that?
Braden Johnson is under the opinion and assumption that this happened before 4 a.m. You want to know how I know that? Because the way that he says, he doesn't say my 4 roommates were home. He says my 3 roommates were home because my other roommate was still closing the bar. He doesn't get home until like 4. And Taylor. And motherfucking Taylor.
But so all 5 of them actually were hating me all that night. And when they got back from the corner club, they had like another drink or 2, and by that time it was like 2:30 or 3 a.m.
Okay. And I'm sure this is already covered by officers
We just have a pepper, you have to pet the
Okay, but nothing like a security camera that's covering your driveway or anything.
Exactly, we do not. Okay. One of our roommates did mention that between like 4 and 4:45, he woke up in the middle of the night because clearly was barking so loud, and it was kind of weird because he's outside. And he's never really outside, so I'm outside that one. But between 4 and 4:45, he had woken up. He was in and out of sleep, and that dog was barking out.
And I'm sorry, which one is this?
This is one of the roommates with me, kind of above us.
His name's Braden too. We got him coming next. You guys, he's over here now. Look, check this out. He's upstairs. Okay, so the two guys that live upstairs, that's the one he's talking about. Was like, yeah, dude, the dog was going crazy between like 4 and 4:45, and he fucking just says like the dog not just was barking crazy, meaning, but the dog was outside. How do you know the dog was outside? I'm telling you, I think it's coming in that at the Powell interview. I think it's coming where they're going to be talking about, did you look out your window and were you able to see the dog outside in the backyard? This interview is just the fucking bee's knees. Bring it everything.
The dog woke him up to barking so loud. And he said he didn't think anything other than it was just kind of odd how he was outside in the backyard at this time. Like I'm saying, it was really cold that night. He's outside.
It was really cold that night, and he's just never really outside often. And he was outside in the backyard. What? What? Ooh, daddy.
That was Haley's dog. Haley and Mike were there, Steve.
He's
And
idiot.
followed the dog.
And who's the second person that lives upstairs?
His name is
Remember,
Hold up. Is Scully in here? Are you here, bro? Yes, no. I hope. Where are you at, bro? Scully Skull. Can you hear me? Scully. Scully Skull. Are you not here? He was here. I swear I saw him earlier. Well, if you can hear me, bro, thank you. I just received. Scully sent me a gift. Awesome. Super awesome. I love it too. It is a coffee cup warmer for my coffee mug. This is awesome as all hell. Thank you, brother. That is amazing. Perfect. Perfect. You the man, brother. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for that. I am super happy for that. You guys are too good to me. Honest to God, you really are. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. That is awesome. Thank you, bro. If you can hear me. Sorry to interrupt, guys. I just wanted to make sure that was shown, and I said thank you. That is awesome.
I have to stop it. Remember this whole thing with, Bethany saying, I don't know, Maddie was talking about how she lost the dog. You guys, this is just, I just can't handle the, if you didn't know the name Brian Culver until December 19th, then all of these ridiculous, not adding up stories, how are you not buttoning them up? and you button them up by vetting them. It's just, it's so obvious. It's disgusting. Because it's just, they have no idea who's done anything. But you're not going to ever know that if you just, people tell you something and, you know, if you even want to say, okay, they weren't lying, they just don't know, or they messed something up. Okay, great. Well, you still have you have to like re-interview them or question them, or, you know, if you have conflicting evidence that's saying something different. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. This is so obvious.
Is there anything else?
Why would Bethany and Dylan sit in a room hearing a dog bark like Murphy was barking, and these other people are noticing it, and like, I mean, they're just not doing anything? It's like, Murphy's like your dog too. If you live in a house with a dog, come on. You're just leaving the dog. You're not going and getting the dog. You're not like, but then we listen to Dylan and she's like, the dog wasn't inside. Like, where's the dog? I don't know how the cops found the dog, because the dog wasn't inside. That tells me you went looking for the dog. When did you do that? I mean, it's just, come on.
Feel uneasy, stands out to you? Anything that you think we should know about?
I always had a problem with how the Moscow people said there's no active. I've never understood how they can release that information to the public. They release now that it's a stat, and they, from what I've heard of what the news has covered, and kind of what my friends have been saying, they still don't really have a suspect. So I've been bothered with how they still say there's no active threat. And I know I speak probably for more than just myself, but I really don't want to be back up in Australia. So, like I was saying, after I heard that news Sunday, I was the whole time big sleep. They called me and said, hey, you should be going. Like, I don't want you up there. There's someone on the loose that can just capable of doing that. So that's been the big thing that's been bothering me, is how they say there's no active threat.
That's a very good point, Witchy. Very good point.
Than just kind of like a off or weirdness with the kid. Is there anybody else that, like, when you heard this news, is there anybody else that you thought, like, probably this guy or this gal?
I found it interesting that two of their roommates were home that night too, were not injured at all. I don't necessarily know the two other roommates very well.
Damn. Finally, someone says it. Thank you so much for having some intelligence here, BJ. BJ interview. Thank you. He says, I think it's weird how everybody was stabbed except for these two other roommates, and they were in the house and they were just sleeping through it. I think that's weird.
And I agree with Lana. It's about damn time that one of these people mentioned that, brought that up. I agree with her fully. Like, nobody, if you guys noticed in any of these interviews, said, I don't understand why Dylan and Bethany were left alone and these girls were all these kids were killed, blah, blah, blah. Notice nobody's ever mentioned that. Nobody's ever brought it up. So yeah, I agree fully with Lana. That's a great point. It's about damn time. I'll just say that.
Here you go.
When you heard this news, is there anybody else that you thought, like, probably this guy or this gal?
I found it interesting that two of their roommates were home that night too, were not injured at all. I don't necessarily know the two other roommates very well, but I thought it was pretty odd. But I don't know if those two just felt lucky, and whoever did this didn't realize there's two other rooms there. If there's something else going on there, I mean, it's horrible to say that this was with the two who were called that in, I just found it kind of bad that there were two roommates there. Everyone else was, armed and stabbed, and those two were just sitting there doing stuff
Slept right through this.
Do you know much about, or have you heard anything about one of the girls having a stalker?
Not one of those girls, though. Okay.
Not one of those girls. No. Wait for this. You guys are about to literally collapse. Okay. I was like, oh my God, Eric Gower has multiple cars and this guy knows about it. Then he's talking about, okay, well, how does everybody get stabbed? And I'm not coming back to this university. That's exactly why they had to find somebody, because the school's like, oh my God, we're going to lose so much money. But these two girls don't get stabbed. So he's just like bringing just like the truth, just like, wow, like what the heck is going on? Well, then he comes with this and I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Some of you guys are going to lose it. Okay. So here it goes.
Stalker who lived in, it's called the Whites. There's probably like 30 apartments there.
It's called the Whites. There's a stalker that lives in the Whites, not the Browns, the Whites, ladies and gentlemen. The Whites.
Really?
I know there was a case of some of my other friends in college. Their friends called these for a stalker. That was pretty weird. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't heard from those girls. So.
Oh my God. That was the middle to late September. Okay. The middle to late September, right after the noise complaints. Okay. Where they had that ride along. The ride along went along on September 1st, August 31st and September 1st. Then there was girls that called in for a stalker. Not these girls. At the Whites. At the Whites. He's like, there's, 30 or 40 apartments over there. The Whites. That's on Taylor. Because I don't know what the address is. Well, it's the 700 block of Taylor. It's the Whites. It's where Hunter Johnson's girlfriend, Emily, lives, and Josie. And, the Whites is like, yeah. That's where blood was found. That's right. That's where, yeah, somebody busted up a window over there. I mean, we're just getting warmed up over here. Yeah. I'm going to be reposting all this, guys. So don't worry. You're going to have way better quality. If you wanted it right away, this is my way of doing it right away and then to upload it. But, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. We did not come across one interview where anybody was talking about they had a stalker and they called for anybody at the Whites. Have you guys come across that? I've read every single report that is available. The Whites stalker. Point me in that direction, okay? Point me in that direction. Again, this is not the Queen Road Apartments. Okay, not the Queen Road Apartments. The Whites is on Taylor, and it's why he is saying it's behind us is because, he's at Jack D, so he's looking at it like, yeah, they're behind us instead of saying like in.
The White's apartments are where, if you remember watching the Nunez body cam video, where Hunter Chapin came walking out of where like directly across the street from the 1122 house where that stairwell goes down. Those are the White apartments. All of those apartments there. Just so you guys know.
In front of us, I guess you could say, but it's the Whites, and this is Jack D's roommate. Yeah. This is, I mean, I can't say enough about like how somebody like him and other people wouldn't be re-interviewed to like ask questions like, okay, like, wouldn't you want to find out, like, well, what do you mean there was a stalker in the whites? Like, who can I talk to get that information from? You know what I mean? It's like, who?
Emily Onstadt. There's a few people that live in the whites. Good point, Witchy. Thank you. Number 2, I think, on our towards our goal today. We should all read the interview transcripts. I'll see if I can pull those, and we can, for sure. And that's where they took their photograph. That photograph of all of them standing there with that stairs in the background. That's at the white apartments. That's where they hung out that day during the day when they were pre-gaming. That's where they were at, directly across the road from their house. So yeah. Fingerprint with no criminal history, red print. Well, that is not Mowitz. That is not Molly's group either. Maddie's finger clips, not criminals there either. Thank you. Okay, now it makes sense. Called him the creeper. Let me see. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, the dude that there was an incident with that night at the Legion. Oh my God, good question. I can't think of his name right now. Damn it. Good call, SRB. Shit, I'm gonna have to look into that one too. In fact, let me write that down. Interesting. No, I think Showalter lives at the Queen Road Apartments right next door. Good call, SRB. I'm gonna write that down. Look that up.
The fuck cares?
The apartments are here. I don't necessarily know the address yet, but everyone's responsible. It's a huge building. So there's probably 25, 30 complexes in there. Okay. I will say too.
That's exactly where the undercover cops were parked that night before they pulled out to get the guys at Banfield. Okay. They were in the whites. Then if you want to believe Eric Gower and his bullshit, but when he arrived to drop off the girls, there was, a silver sedan parked off to the left. And so it's like, we got everybody's like, who lives all at the whites? So you best believe we are going to do.
Bingo. Justin Heath Olson. That's right. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, there it is, SRB. We talked about him years ago. Interesting.
Everything. I'm foying everything in September. Everything that went to 700 block at the whites. Everything. Every non-emergency and emergency call that happened in September, because this is bullshit. And then in October, you have Ava Wood talking about somebody trying to get into her apartment. Okay. And there is not a fucking report out there in this case about any stalkers in the whites. Bullshit. And it's all the fraternities and sororities that are living over there.
There's some different looking people that go out there, not your typical college bars. I've always thought that for sure.
Ready for this question? Ready for this?
Yeah, it's definitely not the one that most of the college kids are going to. It's definitely more the local scene. It's kind of You kind of want to think it's a cowboy bar, but then there's blue hair and stuff. Like they host drag shows there. It's definitely cowboy.
And then Braden comes with I mean, there's people there with blue hair. They host drag shows at John's, and I'm just like, John's Alley, interesting crowd, sketchy. Not the college kids, more local blue hair drag shows. Well, that seems like it's where the liberals hang out, just saying. But it's like the liberals that are the townies. I'm just kidding. I just love it. Anything else? Blue hair. That's about it. Dude, one of my favorite interviews right here. BJ all day. Give it up for Mr. Jensen. He's absolutely right. He's like, I'm not returning if there's some madman running around stabbing people, I don't understand how the police are saying this is a targeted attack. Like, what? You haven't caught a suspect. Like, it's not my roommate, Jack. Like, sorry. All righty. Okay, so
and
I think with that we're going to conclude that interview. Blue hair and drag shows. Yep, I think that's a good place to stop. I mean, God forbid those Idaho guys get a little, oh God, I can't talk about that. Anyways, okay, I have so much to say about this. But I'm going to put all of this, I'm going to be doing another live here. I just need to eat. I haven't ate yet. You guys, Moscow Police Department, as well as Moscow City, they're being sued for body cam. There's a hearing in May. I got denied my
Braden, Jensen, Lucy, yes.
The steps on Bethany and Dylan's phones. I'm actually going to be rewording it just slightly to think that if they think this is like some HIPAA violation or something like that, your health data has nothing to do with like your medical shit. It shouldn't be that much at all. It should be like literally like 2 pages. But this was part of the exhibits that were filed on the record. In order for the reports to be written by the defense team, they used this information. Okay. So I'm just going to actually talk to them. I think that this can be cleared up. But there is no way that it's a privacy interest that would outweigh the public's. You have to have, it's an unwarranted invasion of privacy. This is not unwarranted. This is a murder of 4 students that were said to be sleeping, and the other students were said to be sleeping as well. And it's very specific on where they said that they were, and if they went upstairs, how many times that they were walking around, how many steps they took, what their heart rate was like. Okay. And it's not health care data. It is just Apple talks, it says it's health data. But at the end of the day, it was an exhibit that was used, and it was, I mean, this is how they wrote their expert reports. And this was all okayed by Hitler to come out. So, I mean, they're over here protecting Brian Koberger and his interview that he did in Pennsylvania. And it's just like, why? Think about that. Why can't we hear the interview that took place with Brian Koberger in Pennsylvania that was recorded? Why are they keep passing the buck? I don't understand. Why are they protecting Brian Koberger? Makes no sense. None. We'll be back. I'm going to go eat, and we'll be back. But you can run this back, listen to it. It's absolutely wild. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks, Alana. Very much appreciated. That was kind of interesting. Some things in there. 1 minute. I think we have a new document. I'm going to pull up real quick if I can find it here. Give me a second. Just 1 minute, everybody. Excuse me. There we go. All right, let's see here. Von Minot. Okay. There we go. All right, hold on. Let's see. Order sealing the state's second supplemental motion to reconsider unsealing of certain records corrected. Based upon the state's second supplemental motion to reconsider the unsealing of certain records and motion to seal filed herein February 9th of 26, the court does hereby confirm and order that state's second supplemental motion to reconsider unsealing of the certain records, including the attached exhibits, State Exhibit S1 and 2, are exempt from disclosure and are sealed. You gotta love it. We're going to start being more transparent, folks. We're going to unseal all this stuff. We're going to be more and more and more transparent. You're a liar, bro. You're sealing everything. Again, pursuant to Rule 32. I'm gonna look, Angie. This is ridiculous, you guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's keep it sealed. Come on now. Seal it all, Hippler. Seal it all. That way nobody gets anything. And now we have people they're being sued for body cams now, guys. MPD is. And for not releasing information. The plaintiffs that are suing are Karen Laramie and who was it listed? I think it was Karen Laramie and Stacy Chapin. Baby. Don't forget my number. Call me maybe. I love it. That's great. All right, y'all. So that's the new document. It's been corrected. Motion to reconsider the unsealing. They're not. They're going to keep and seal exhibits S1 and 2. Gotta love it. Oh, the secrecy. They're hiding stuff. Ba, 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 baby. That would be. They didn't. They did covers too, so I guess I could do it, Witchy. Blame it on the rain. The more he keeps sealed, the more people don't get fired. That's all it is, Senor. Truly, that's all it is. He's not worried about transparency. He's worried about saving jobs, and in the end, probably his too, Senor. Just saying. Thank you, S. Stacy, her husband, Maisie, and then Karen. Why? Right, Jesse. I don't know. It's weird. The whole thing is just strange. Becky. Whip, 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 whip. Oh, I'm beyond. I'm such a dork, Loose Susie. I'm truly such a dork. Okay, so that's the new doc. Grace Kirk, good to see you. Hold on here. Yep. Okay. Nope. Not yet. I've only had 3. I'm a little slow. I'll get there though. Don't worry. Let me see here. right. EWU Media is suing Moscow for not releasing. It said not releasing documents, or not documents, but not releasing. Um, I think it said documents, didn't it? No, I can't think of the exact word, but that's what it was. And then it said the plaintiffs were who was just named in the chat there. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That'd be funny to put into some lyrics in one of my songs. Okay, now. Oh, I'm a dork. It's okay though. Let me see. Yeah, that's the new lawsuit. Why bother? Good to see you. Welcome, Snooper. All right, guys, give me a minute. I'm looking at something. Sorry, guys, I'm looking for something real quick here. Bear with me. There's one thing after what we just watched I was trying to find to show you. I will say that I think, excuse me, that statement about the stalker at the Whites was interesting. Interesting. Check this out. So this name got brought back up. We covered this name years ago. Just because this is what I was looking for. Sorry. Heath Olston, Justin Olson. That's him right there. South Idaho Correctional Institute, East Dorm. December 1st of 22, he posts, there's a lot of hate in the world today, lots of political discontent, anger, and on the personal level, people dealing with shame and regret. I live in Moscow, Idaho, where the heinous, senseless murders of four beautiful young people took place near the University of Idaho, and I am in awe of how strong love is today. Last night was a vigil for those bright young people, and to see the whole state of Idaho come together to grieve, to mourn, to celebrate the beauty of these four wonderful persons proves just how strong God's love is for his children, and proves that in spite of the terrible circumstances, God's love will always win. We may not win the daily battle, but with God, we will win the war against evil in Moscow. Today and everywhere, God never fails. My Texas folk, please pray for our community. Much love. This dude was a bit of a creep, mind you. Okay. So I take all of that with a grain of salt that he just said this is back in 22. So it makes you wonder if this is the guy, the stalker guy that was possibly being talked about. But that's him. January 12th of 24. Let's see. He was put in jail. Offense is driving under the influence. Second time. Felony violation within 15 years. Blah, blah, blah. There he is. Let's see what this is all about here. Hold on.
This is Justin Olson, number 95465. Just doing time here in Boise, Idaho. Hoping to make some friends and connections out there. I'm 6'1", 240 pounds, 43 years old. Have a good day. This is Justin Olson.
He's in jail trying to hook up on a web. In jail trying to hook up on a dating site. What the hell? Wow.
465. Just doing time here in Boise, Idaho. Hoping to make some friends and connections out there. I'm 6'1", 240 pounds, 43 years old. Have a good day. This is Justin Olson, number 9. This is Justin Olson.
Wow. What a creep.
I came to smell
Oh my God. Facebook has such crazy shit on it, you guys. Anyway. How can you do this stuff? How can you do this stuff when you're in jail or in prison, let alone? These people that are in this case is nuts. Yeah, and Molly's still out. That's a good point, Tomboy. So makes you wonder. This dude, just something about him I was never comfortable with. So I was just showing you who we were talking about earlier so that you'd know who it was. Oh my God, no. All right. So anyway, moving on. 1 minute here. I'm looking for something else here. Okay. Now, also, I forgot to do this. My apologies, you guys. 2024, Mikey. That's what it said, at least. Unless I read it wrong. All right, hold on. Welcome, AR. Good to see you. Welcome back, Leah. All right, the link is pinned in the top of the chat if anybody wants to jump up and express thoughts, feelings, opinions. Where are we at? 225. Hang on here. Okay, let's see. It's taking forever to load. Just 1 minute. All right. No. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. Welcome, Christine Wright. Good to see you. Welcome back, SRB. Let me see. I was trying to find. No, that's not it either. Where the hell is it? Damn it! Oh, that's what I was looking for. Hold on. Okay, somebody asked me to replay this interview. Since we just ran that one, I'm going to redo this one too, real fast. Give me a second here. I don't know why. I quite actually three or four people asked me to redo this one. This is Kai Davis. I know we covered it once, but some other people asked me to recover this, so I'm going to run this real quick. It's only 10 minutes, and we'll go from there. Yeah, This is actually getting spun around, JP, and I won't need to worry about it. That's what I'm going to do. My whole back will face the other direction.
I'm just going to record our conversation here. Okay, let me real quick make sure I get your info right. Right?
Yep.
Is your driver's license out of Idaho?
Yeah.
You don't need it. It's all good. What's your date of birth?
2003.
Cool. All right. And where are you living at now?
I am at the fraternity here, but I also live.
Gotcha. Okay. And I'm not a fraternity. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. What year are you? Are you? What are you studying? What do you want to do? Yeah. Easy, man. Good deal. Got plans for summer? Yep. Like here in town or down? Yeah, good. That'd be good, man. All right. So we'll just get into this, man. First, I'd like to ask you kind of what the background is, how you knew Maddie, Kaylee, Ethan, and Zaina.
Yeah.
And just kind of just whatever you have to tell me on that front.
We would always just hang out like all the time since I was a freshman. I'd come over to the house, more like Xana. And that was before she was dating Ethan, and she would just hang out with us all the time.
Okay.
Last year I was starting to hang out with one of the roommates, Bethany, all the time. So I would go there all the time and hang out at the house.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Would you go like if they had get-togethers and parties and stuff on the weekends? Would you go over there?
Yeah, of course.
So you said you started hanging out with Bethany that year, that 2022. Would that have been okay? Did you have a relationship with her, girlfriend, seeing each other, anything like that?
Yeah, just kind of
seeing each other. Okay. How's she doing? Have you talked to her recently?
Yeah, she's good. Where is it?
Yeah.
She lives there.
Doing all right though, all things considered.
Yeah,
good.
Been good.
That's good to hear. All right, so basically, just kind of a year. So you're just in that circle of friends, right? Kind of is that fair to say?
Exactly.
Do you know of anything that anybody ever mentioned about people outside the house at 11:22? Any strange occurrences, anything like that you can think of?
Not at all. Okay. I have no idea.
Okay. All right. When they would have get-togethers there, about how many people do you think would show up usually?
Wasn't a big place. Maybe like 20 people max.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like pushing it, probably.
Yeah. That house. Yeah. Was it pretty like pretty tight as far as you guys knowing who was coming and going, or were people kind of coming and going freely? How did that work?
Yeah, pretty much people coming and going freely.
Okay. If someone came in there that you guys didn't know, do you think someone would have picked up on it?
Yeah.
Think so?
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, so best as you can remember, right? Granted, it's well over a year now since this all took place, but that night prior, so it would have been Saturday night. Can you just kind of talk me through your timeline? Like, did you see him that night? Just best you can remember what happened that night leading up to it.
It was a game day, so there was drinking involved. So that also plays a factor in my memory.
No, fair enough.
That day, I know we went over there in the morning, probably 10.
And that's to 11:22?
Yes.
To the house.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
That was like a brunch, like meet up, and then that was the last time I was at the house, and then I went over to the Whites. We all did to hang out at a sorority, like out of house place. Then pretty sure we just went to the game and then went home. Back to the fraternity.
Okay.
My fraternity, that is.
So the Whites, which sorority was it that was throwing the party at the Whites again?
Alpha Phi. Won't kid who's in.
Yeah. Okay, so you went to the Whites, and then you said you went to the game.
Yep.
Okay, were you there early, late, like show up halftime? Do you remember?
Pretty sure I went at like halftime. Didn't even go into the game. Went to the tailgate.
Okay.
Hung out there for quite a while. Because they're always partying there.
Oh yeah. And were any of them there with you at the tailgate?
Yeah.
Okay. Who all was there with you?
I honestly don't even remember. I think we all went.
Okay. Yeah. So then, do you remember what time you left, or on or abouts?
I honestly have no clue.
Okay, that's fine, man. Did you stay the whole time? Like, was the game letting out, or did you guys leave before the game let out? Don't know. Okay, it's all good, man. I get it.
That was a long time ago,
Yeah, it
too.
was.
My memory's not good.
And so once you guys left the game, do you remember anything about what their plans were, where they were going, anything like that? No?
I know they went to the club, I think.
Okay.
Kaylee and Maddie did.
right. And then you left the game and went where?
Just back to it.
And kind of talk me through the rest of your evening that night. Do you remember anything about it?
I don't believe so, JP.
Pretty sure we just went back, hung out, ate food.
Yeah.
Went to bed.
Okay. Didn't leave that you remember?
Oh,
Okay. And then when did you hear about what happened?
One of my fraternity brothers like
You're
barged
fine,
into
Jeff.
my room because I would like stay the night at Bethany's quite a bit. So then they saw the vandal alert that an homicide had happened on King Street. So then one of my fraternity brothers came into my room, making sure I was there.
Yeah.
Woke me up. Really hungover, didn't even know what was going on, but then we had no clue. So we were just like hanging out in one room all together. And then one of our buddies came in and told us a little bit about it. Probably like 12.
Okay. So how often do you think you stay the night at Bethany's?
I'd say we'd stay like 3 times.
Okay. And she never said anything about strange occurrences or anything going on?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. Anything else you remember about that day, particularly the day after? Like what you guys found out?
No, we were kind of just all in shock, just sitting there with each other.
Yep. Okay. I think mine's kind of like most everybody else was.
Yeah, right. Then I think we just all went home the next day.
Yep. Did you have any communication with Bethany after the fact?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Did she?
Making sure she's good.
Yeah. Did she tell you anything after, like about what happened or anything like that? No. Okay.
I didn't really want to talk to her about it, figure it out.
Yeah. Nah, I don't blame you.
Okay, so he was. Gotcha.
Is there anything else you can think of that I might need to know or would want to know?
So he was probably the guy that was there that time that the two guys opened the door for Blaker and Payne. It was Hunter Johnson and him. Is he the other one then?
To include in our conversation here. No. Okay. All right. So just make sure I got it all clear. So you hung out with Zane pretty much or pretty frequently freshman year.
Yeah.
And then sophomore year, you started seeing Bethany casually. Is that a fair characterization? Stayed the night 3 times, maybe. No strange occurrences. 20 people would show up ish at parties and stuff like that. But do you think you would know if somebody wasn't welcome, showed up? So then that Saturday, you said you guys went to 1122 for brunch. Do you know what time that would have been? Like, are you talking like mid morning or late morning? Do you have any idea?
Mid morning.
Mid morning, so 10, 9, 10, something like that?
Yeah. Wasn't much of a brunch, we just like meet up and drink a little before we went over to the Whites.
Pre-game.
Yeah.
So then you went to the Whites. Do you remember what apartment that was or which side of the Whites it was? And you were all at that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you went to the game.
All due respect, I disagree with some of what AR says here, but appreciate the point truly with all due respect. But I have other thoughts on that.
Tailgating, halftime to unknown when. And then once you left, you said you just went straight back to the fraternity and ate some food and went to sleep, right?
Yeah, the whole brunch thing is a little weird to me too.
Yep. Okay, cool, man. I don't have much else for you. If you think of something, you have my cell phone number, but there's my card.
Absolutely.
Please feel free to get a hold of me, or if you need anything at all, let me know. Obviously, we're trying to make sure everybody kind of is best as we can with the gag order, keep everybody informed on what's going on. Obviously, there's not a lot we can tell anyone at this point, but if you need something, we got 2 campus officers. You guys are more than welcome to go chat with them too. And like I said, you have my cell phone number. So if you need something, hit me up.
Sweet.
All right. Cool, man. Well, appreciate you coming down.
Yeah.
If I have any further questions, I'll just get home and get that. All right.
Okay.
Cool. You guys almost done for the year, huh?
Yep.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my channel. I really
Okay, so there's that, and then this is something I never saw. I thought I would watch and share with you guys as well. 1 second. While we're doing this, I might as well. Where did it go? 1 minute. Hang on, governors. Okay, so this was, and this isn't much, guys. It's just the Humane Society 911 call with MPD regarding Murphy. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. So I'll just say I haven't heard this, so I figured I'd just share it with you and we'd watch it together.
TTM 19 seconds, November 13, 2022.
Police and Fire. Hi, this is Megan with the Humane Society of the Palouse. I needed to find out if a Moscow police officer had come in and removed a dog that was being held here. When would that?
Oh, I know, AR. I said, that's why I said that I respectfully disagree with certain parts of what you said. I know you never would come in here like that, so no worries, bro. You're good. We're allowed to disagree, you know? It's okay if we do. I think if we don't from time to time, there's something weird going on, so. Absolutely.
What's that?
When would that have been?
It would have been in between like 4 p.m. and now.
I can check. However, I am fairly certain they did not because they've been super, super busy today, but give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I just confirmed. None of our officers checked out there today.
Okay, we had I don't know who to call because Latah County Sheriff's impounded a dog with us, but they impounded the dog from campus and they said that we couldn't release the dog until MPD gave us permission to release the dog. Like they didn't know who it belonged to, but we couldn't release the dog to an owner or anything. And now the dog's gone and I've been here all day.
Okay, that's definitely odd. So let me just get this straight. So Latah County picked up a dog on the U of I campus?
Correct. And they said that, I don't know if they were just bringing it in for MPD, but they said not to release the dog until MPD gave us permission. So he didn't say what the situation was. But it's like a male, like doodle. But I've been here all day. The dog's been inside.
Welcome, Dylan, in your dumb shirt.
I was trying to play catch up a little bit, and I saw that you dropped the link, and I was like, "Oh,
You're good, but
time to take notes later."
You're good. You're good. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Just got off work. I got tomorrow off, so you have me at your disposal tomorrow with whatever you decide to do.
Okay, good stuff.
And I was watching. I was trying to listen to the interview earlier. But
right.
I was trying to watch it from my TV because I was in bed when I was listening to when I was listening to it on Lana's channel, and I couldn't pick up a doggone thing. So I was like, I was able to hear it better with yours. I don't know if it's just because I had it on my phone but yeah.
I don't know. I had the closed caption on for that too. It might have helped a little bit. That's what I said with that crappy shirt on. I agree with Tomboy. Take that picture up the screen with that icky shirt.
You know what?
All good.
Tomorrow, just for you guys, I'll go shirtless.
No, you can wear your Georgia shirt. Buddy. You're good. You can wear your Georgia shirt. Have you heard this before? The Humane Society call about Murphy?
Yes, I have, but it's been a minute. Lana covered it. Lana covered it like really early on when I first started really diving back into this, and I actually completely forgot about that. So anything that MPD would find on Murphy after this, which they didn't find anything on it anyway, but it wouldn't hold up in court.
Right. No, understood.
And second of all, how in the hell do you lose a dog at a shelter?
There's something else behind this, in my opinion. It wasn't just a simple we lost the dog. There's something else behind this.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, I'll just say that. What's up, Robert Bell? Good to see you. Tiny True Crime Mama's in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. So we'll finish this one up and then break this down a little bit. And that's it. That's right. Just 4 letters. RMFT. Does anybody know what that means? Anybody at all? If you don't, I'll let you know. It means roll motherfucking tide. There we go. That's what we say over here.
You want me to be completely unbiased on that? Like, honestly unbiased?
You can say your piece, sir.
Yeah. The glory days of Alabama are dead simply because of NIL.
Of what?
Of NIL. They're dead.
What's NIL?
The name, image, and likeness stuff, paying the players.
Yeah,
Alabama
that's changed a lot.
Yeah, Bama doesn't have the bankroll, but Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, the Texas schools, Oregon's going to have a payroll as long as Phil Knight's alive. I mean, it's going to be those kind of schools ruling college football unless they put up guardrails. So,
well, I think also because Nick Saban retired, it caused some rollback and some issues too, in my opinion. But
it didn't help. But I think that's the reason why Nick Saban retired, because he saw what was coming.
Could be. You know, you change things like that, it causes other problems. Tiny True Crime Mama says, I'd like to know why Maddie Kaylee and Jack Showalter decided not to go to they were supposed to go to John's Alley, right? That's a good question, Tiny. I kind of wonder that too. I wondered if it was because Maddie was already so tipsy or if there was something else, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question though, dear. Absolutely, truly. But yeah. All right, let's finish this out.
I don't know if the padlock was locked on his kennel, but the only people with keys to the building are police officers.
Did you hear that clearly, folks? The only people with keys to the facility are police officers. Welcome back, Moto. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, what's going on, Dago?
Good to have you back, buddy. Great to have you here. I obviously that leads to another completely other thought. I'm gonna play that back so you can hear that one more time, guys. Listen to it clearly too.
People with keys to the building, but it's like a male doodle. But I've been here all day. The dog's been inside. I don't know if the padlock was locked on his kennel, but the only people with keys to the building are police officers.
The only people with keys to the building are police officers.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, come on, y'all. You don't have to have much common sense to figure that out, okay? Christy says, I want to know why would Maddie, as drunk as she was, see, that was my question, Christy.
Because it didn't happen.
I don't think it happened. I think it's a lie. I'll be truly flat out honest. I didn't even get to finish the question. As drunk as she was, why would she take out Murphy? When his owner, Kaylee, was there, not as drunk, where was Kaylee? These are, thank you. Why? This is Kaylee's dog, mind you. It's nobody else's dog. So why was Maddie taking the dog out for one? Maddie and Bethany, both. Why? Maddie goes outside with the dog, and then Bethany comes back in 10 seconds, she said. So, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'll just tell you right there, I don't believe that. Great question, Christy. Anyway, again, Moto, welcome. Any thoughts in specific as to why you popped up here, or are you just in general, sir?
I'm just winding down after work, Dago. Thought I'd give this another shot.
Yeah, love it. Love having you up here, brother. I love hearing everybody's thoughts and feelings. You know that. So, JP said Rosenthal took the dog. Well, okay. Let's see. SRB says, I don't think that she took Murphy out either. Been saying something yeah. I don't believe that story at all. Not at all. So, what now? Here's our question though. I think there's quite a few of us that don't believe that story, right? So we'll say that. Then back up and say, why did that story get told? What's the reason for that story if it didn't happen? Why would you say something like there's many stories in this whole bullshittery story that we hear that there's little stories that are told that I don't believe most of them. So what's the reason behind them? I think it's all to create one specific narrative. You got your hand up. What do you got there, Mr. Dillon?
Because the killings didn't start at that 4:00 hour that they all cling on to. The killing started at around 2:30, and there wasn't a dog barking. Therefore, you can't quite have, which it wouldn't make sense unless Murphy was not there. I said this on your channel earlier. If I were a bet man, and I bet on football, but if I were a bet man, I would bet a large sum of money that Murphy was at Dad's house.
At some point, that's been said a lot. Somebody else said something that I just saw too, and I've heard this before, that Rosie picked up the dog and took him and gave him to Jack. Why would that happen? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know at all.
I've got one kind of quick little theory here. Is
yes, sir.
Maybe Maddie and Bethany both meant to take Murphy out to let him go to the bathroom or whatever, but maybe when they got outside, Bethany recognized somebody outside, which kind of provoked her to go back in, and it was too late for Maddie at that point.
That's a good point, sir. Interesting point. But we still have Maddie. We still have to get Maddie back up to her bedroom on the 3rd floor, and all that mess. Which I've thought about what you just said before, Moto. It does make some sense.
I mean, they could have forcefully taken Maddie back up to her room. They were just more successful at getting Maddie back up there than they were with Kaylee without a fight.
And let me throw you something else real quick too that I've thought about before. When it came out that oh my God, I just went brain dead for a minute. When it came out that it was Maddie and Bethany supposedly that took the dog out, and I questioned where the hell Kaylee was for the dog. What if, okay, because as we do a lot of what ifing in here, this is all purely speculation, absolutely alleged, as we always say. But what if somebody had already grabbed Kaylee at that time in the house and had her
I question
subdued?
that. I question that.
I've wondered this too. Like, it wouldn't be hard to grab somebody, subdue them at some point. We don't know the true story of how this happened. This could be completely 1,000,000% completely opposite of what we were told so far. Okay, we have no idea what the actual truth is on this because we've been lied to so much. There's no reason to believe a truth at this point until we actually were to watch it on video or to have this, somebody give us the actuality of it. So, what are the odds? Why is it? Hold on a minute. Let's. We don't talk to each other in here disrespectfully. I'm just going to throw that warning out once. And I'm not saying anybody is, but I want to make sure that we're not. So let me not see it again because you'll just be removed clean and clear. That's all. So just be polite. That's all I'm saying. That's the only time I'm going to say it. They'll do what they do. They know what to do. So if by some chance this was not put out the way it was supposed to be, okay, which we know it wasn't. So let's say that that's why Kaylee didn't take the dog outside per se. Okay, I'm just saying that she had already been grabbed, possibly subdued to some extent. Maybe they said, "Oh, they weren't tied up and gagged." Well, we don't know. We don't know that. I'm just saying it's just another thought I had in the past, and I've always wondered. And then the dog supposedly runs off. Bethany hurries up and goes back in the house, kind of along the lines of what you said, Moto, because Kim did say there was somebody outside along with the people inside. She saw somebody, went back into her room, shut the door, locked it, and stayed out of view. Maddie goes back in or was maybe drugged back inside, threatened back inside, taken upstairs, boom, boom, boom. We don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying these are other angles that I could see this stuff happening is all I'm saying, you guys.
It's kind of hard though, because so where does Ethan and Xana fit into all this? Like, where do you squeeze them inside the house and in their bedroom?
It's very that's some of the problem. Unless they were already in the house, in the room. I as I had said once before, that maybe they were home at midnight, 12:30. They, Ethan was not dressed. She was in her underwear. Maybe they were kind of having private time or something, had the door shut. Nobody knew they were there at that point yet, possibly. And then, all hell breaks loose in the house. Xana hears something, comes out, what the hell, and gets chased back in the room and then attacked or something like that. That would make sense to me a little bit, but just saying. These are just thoughts. Just thoughts.
Yeah, how are you ever going to know?
And yeah, and it makes me wonder, maybe, and this is another weird thing that I haven't thought about until recently. At some point, Bethany claims to see a naked man running away or past her window or some shit. What if it was actually Ethan?
Well, wasn't he found mostly naked?
He was completely naked other than his socks. So there's my question. What if he was in the midst of the situation trying to get away because he was nude? You know what I'm saying?
I don't
And
know.
then-
I think that's the
It's wild.
closest to the truth that we've kind of came up with. Like that makes a lot of sense.
I mean, it's just a thought I had not too long ago, and I don't want to put it out there too hardcore because we don't have proof, obviously. But these are just thoughts. They're just thoughts because if that was ever stated, and we know that Naked was found completely, or Ethan, I'm sorry, was found completely nude, other than socks. So it makes you wonder. Okay, could that have been like maybe he was being like he ran away or trying to get away from somebody at some point? We have multiple exits in this house, going out, coming back in. Who knows, guys? It's just a thought because I can't really support it with much. I haven't talked about it a lot, but it is something I've thought about. So,
do you think Dylan ran to Bethany's room, or do you think Dylan was in that extra room on the bottom floor?
I'm
I
not
ain't running. I can
sure.
promise you that.
Not you, weirdo.
Oh.
Well, they did claim that was Bethany's room more than once, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, and I gotta wonder because it's not though. That's the thing I don't fucking understand, you guys. It's not. Everything Bethany owns is in the room at the end of the hall, not that room. But Hunter claimed to be that's where they were. They claimed Bethany said it. It's just too many lies. Too many lies.
Because what makes me wonder, so Dylan's supposedly in the room with Bethany, and they're texting each other back and forth while they're in the same room. And Dylan says, "My phone's gonna die." Well,
right.
I mean, her phone charger is just upstairs in her room. We see that in the pictures.
Exactly. There's two of them actually, dude. There was two. There's one in the drawer and one on the floor. You could have used either one, so therefore I don't believe that's true.
So that's what makes me think that they weren't necessarily in the house because Beth or Dylan never would have said that because she would have known where there was a phone charger, or she would have just asked to borrow Bethany's. Come on.
That's a good point too, because I think almost everybody used damn iPhones in that house. So yeah, that is a good point. Maybe they weren't at that point and came back. Or they left at that when this was going on and then came back. I mean, excuse me, because it was claimed that their phones showed up at the house. Well, they could have left their phones there and went over to the Whites to Emily's apartment for whatever period of time and then came back and all this happened. I mean, there's too many different options in my mind.
That's why I said the last time that I don't believe that they were in the house because it just that one statement alone, it doesn't jive with me, or maybe I'm fucking crazy.
No. You're far from crazy, bro. Like we've all had these thoughts. When we read the text messages between them where it says come down here from Bethany to her, it doesn't say come does it say come to my room? No, it says come down here, run. So it made me wonder, could down here mean down the street? Down to the Whites, down the stairs, down because it's lower than the top, than the house is on the ground level. Come down here.
Exactly. And somehow they ended up in two different places. So now they're texting each other back and forth. And Dylan's looking for her phone charger because her phone's gonna die, and maybe she needs to apply for another fucking job. I don't know.
Yeah, because yeah. Well, she needs a new job because she knows that if she's gonna be paying rent to that house, possibly. Oh, he fell out the window. But yeah, it is an interesting thought. Come down here and run. Maybe it meant down to the Whites, to an apartment, guys. I'm just trying to think outside the box. We don't think outside the box too enough, and I'm trying to think of other things that this could mean and make sense with. Go ahead, Dylan. You sound like to say something.
I'm trying to piece together how Xana's room could have got to the way that it did. And the only conclusion that I can come to is Ethan was the first one attacked. Now, that doesn't mean he was the target, but he was the first one attacked. It had to have been by surprise, completely unexpected.
Right.
Ethan falls into the bed. And then the fight happens with Xana. gets Xana, and then goes over and does what he does to Ethan.
Right. Let me throw one more thing to you too. Maybe that's why these two survived. Maybe because welcome back, Moto. Maybe because they weren't there. Maybe that's why Dylan's barefoot. These are just outside the box thoughts, folks. Just thinking. Is he still up here? Or did he fall out again? Hey, Tomboy. Welcome, dear.
Hey.
Here he comes. There he is. Yeah, one thing to let you know, Moto, when you get on StreamYard, if you hit any other button, it'll knock you right out the window.
Yeah, duly noted.
Yeah, just got you. So what do you guys got going on? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick because I kind of like this conversation a little bit. I'm trying to go way outside the box on things we've never talked about. It makes me wonder now. I haven't been comfortable with Dylan and Bethany not being in the house ever. I've told you guys that. I've been thinking lately about all of that stuff.
When Dylan texted Bethany and said, my phone's gonna die, Dylan was still in her room. Her charger was right there.
That's what Moto just said.
So I will go back to the question that Ann Taylor asked Payne at that hearing. Where is the footage from the hotel?
Yeah, I don't know about the footage from the hotel. I don't know anything about that. Maybe you know better than I do, but I mean, it's just such an odd thing to say when you're in your own room. You have two phone chargers in the room. Come on now.
I agree with you. There's no reason for her to say that. It was just, and I think my gut tells me that is where Jay Logston really finally started catching on. Wait, something's wrong.
And well, I'm beginning to believe that Dylan wasn't there. I don't know about Bethany. I'm not ready to put Bethany out of the house yet. But with the story that Dylan tells in one of the interviews that she does with the lawyer, and then the Zoom interview, I think she's trying to make it like she was there. But I'm really truly beginning to think that she wasn't there, and she's just embellishing the situation.
I don't think Bethany's embellishing the situation as much as Dylan.
No, Dylan is. Dylan is. Bethany, I'm not ready to place her outside the house, but Dylan, I'm a lot more comfortable with.
I can see. Well, Bethany from the get-go, you see it as soon as the police pull up to the house. She's 2 pole lengths away from the house. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She doesn't want anything to do with anybody. She's standing there with her arms crossed, just trying to, kind of get away from everything. And I mean, everybody knows she said right on the video she wanted to go home and eat turkey legs or pumpkin pie. I don't really know, but she didn't want anything to do with this from the get-go. She wanted to get in that car with her friend and F off.
I agree. I think she was going to leave until the police showed up. I've said that a lot lately.
Yeah, because I think I think they may have expected her to be there before the cops showed up a lot sooner.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think she was definitely. I think that's what the phone calls to her parents were about. Like, what do? I don't want to be here. I didn't agree to this. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I heard there was going to be a fight. I'm just making this up, but I heard there was going to be a fight, but something really bad happened. I don't want to be here. What do I do? What do I do? Her parents probably said, "Get the hell out of there."
I really don't blame her. I think if I was in that situation, I'd probably do the same thing.
Agreed. Same here.
Yeah, if you get out of there, then they can't link you to it.
That's it right there. And that's what I think she was going to do. And then here comes the cruiser. Oh, shit. We're stuck. He goes in, comes out. She has Jenna on her way to pick her up, in my opinion, which she's done in the past. We know that already. So Jenna shows up and pulls over because those two showed up at the same time. One had to move for the other one, and he goes in, comes out. He's in the house for what, guys? Maybe a minute, and comes out and says, "All right, nobody leaves." End of story. Sorry to cut you off, bud.
No. Like, if you really want to riff on this, what drives me nuts, what I really think got the Brian's defense teams, whatever I really think got their attention, was a simple fact that the 911 call does not match up with the first responders video, the first police officer on the scene. Those two things do not jive whatsoever. It's completely out of context. I mean, because when Hunter's speaking and all of this is going on, the audio doesn't match at all. The scenario doesn't match at all.
Well, here's the thing. Let me make this statement real quick. As far as them, this is why I've never been comfortable with them leaving the house. What I'm saying is, if they did leave the house, they probably left their phones there, ran down maybe to the White apartments, to where Josie and Emily may have been, so on and so forth, and their phones were still at the house. That's why it showed that they were still there. That's the only way I'm okay with that. Otherwise, I can't agree with it because the phone data shows where they were. You know what I mean? So that's why I was okay to say that. That's the only way it would make sense.
How does the phone data show where they were?
Because it shows that they were at that house that night. That's always been an issue why I've never been comfortable with them leaving.
Does the GPS show that they're there, or is it just the cell phone signal? Because if it's just the cell phone signal, they're in the exact same boat that Brian is.
Well,
They could have been in Lewiston for all we know.
I'm just, based on what I understood when Ann said they were there that night, I based it off of, I mean, of course I was told this, that it showed that their phones showed up at the house that night. Now, that's a good question. How was it read? Was it that, pinging off the tower? Again, same shit Brian went through. Or did it show like a GPS that they were there? That's something we don't know. That's what I want to know.
Phone data, you would need their health data, you'd need all that stuff. And that for Dylan
you
and
wouldn't have to
Bethany's
have
phone,
it. You
I
could
don't
have
think
one of
that'll
the,
ever be released.
you'd bet. Well, one or the other, I would say, would help. Whether it was their health or the phone data, one of the two, or some kind of a GPS data, something like that would help. But besides that,
And I don't know
they
if
could have. Go ahead.
I don't know if you saw Dago, but Lana tried to FOIA the health data off Dylan and Bethany's phone.
Yeah, she got denied.
And Idaho told her to
They said
F
it's
off.
against HIPAA.
We've all been, which it's not a HIPAA rule. Has nothing to do with their actual, that's such bullshit.
Elf.
It's a joke. But
Nope,
anyway,
and I double checked that with Grok too.
Right.
Okay, in that hearing, didn't Ann Taylor concede that she basically had to say, well, she had nothing to prove that they weren't at the house?
Well, here's the other side to it too. She did claim, and we all know, they were on their phones all night. Okay, so if they have their phones and they're on them, they have to have their phones with them. So they had to be that's where that comes from. So they couldn't have left their phones there and went somewhere else unless they ran to like 11:12 or something and came back. But still.
Well, you would have saw them go in on the 11:12 camera because there's no back door to 11:12.
Well, that's true too. That is a good see. That's why I've always struggled with them leaving the house, and I've never been able to agree to it.
It doesn't mean that they didn't walk down somewhere.
I mean, if it depends on.
You could walk right down them stairs down by the Whites.
True. I mean, there's got to be something else that proves that they were in that house that night for her to say that is what my issue is.
I honestly, I believe that she had to concede because she couldn't get that hotel information. Remember, she wanted the footage for the hotels?
Yeah, but I don't think if they did leave, I don't think
lost.
if that was, here's what I'm saying though. And I know what you're saying, and I don't mean, I'm not trying to argue about anything. I'm just saying if they did leave, I don't think they went to the hotel. I don't think that has anything to do with them. I think she was asking for that for a completely different reason with pain.
But
Because
it was
that's
for that night.
right. That's fine. It doesn't mean that's where they went though. There's got to be something else with that. I never could make that like link up or make it match. Like they'll put those two things together. I've tried. Hey, Sammy.
Also, too, remember, she didn't have the timing advance reports or anything either. She had nothing up
Who
until
did?
what,
Who?
2024? Ann Taylor. She had no records up until 2024 for the phones.
That I think it was for Sunday though, wasn't that? After they all were at the hotel Sunday night. Is that what you're talking about? Go ahead.
No, she wanted the video footage from the 12th.
Oh, that
Into
was
the
so that
13th.
yeah, because you
Into
could
the
see the
13th.
ATM. Because from my understanding, that was to be able to see the ATM from across the street. Because supposedly somebody was at that ATM. I can't remember exactly how that went down, but I think there was a camera that shows the ATM footage across the street from the hotel. Is why they were asking for that. That's what, if I remember, it's been a minute.
See, I thought she was asking because she wanted the footage from inside.
No, I took that as something completely different because the ATM shows up on that video footage. That's how I took that. I got myself confused for a minute. Sorry. I don't know. It could be wrong. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit because we've been in this box for 3 years. With some of these things, I'm trying to allow myself to step out of it, to walk outside and around it a little bit to see if something else makes any sense. That's one thing I'm still not comfortable with. I'll say, okay, maybe they did, maybe they left their phones, maybe they did, but like SRB said and brought the point out, they were on their phones all damn night. At least Dylan was. At least Dylan was. At some point, Bethany didn't seem to be. Maybe she did walk down to another place or went somewhere and came back, but she definitely didn't want to be there that morning. I'll say that much. She couldn't get out of there fast enough.
Didn't Bethany's go quiet from 4 to 7?
Yeah. There was a period of time it was. Something like that. I can't remember the exact time. I have to look at it.
It's like 3 hours. Hers went quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, she was quiet for a while. Go ahead, Moto. I didn't.
It was me that was trying to get a word in.
Or Dylan, sorry.
This would be an interesting poll question. Why was Bethany trying to get the hell out of Dodge? Because she knew what happened in that house? Or because she's guilty of what happened in that house?
I mean, it could be either one, bud.
That's why it'd be an interesting poll question. I can't answer the
poll, but
yeah, and that right there, what Kate?
She's terrified.
That's what I think too. I think she didn't expect. I think she was told, "Hey, there's going to be something that's going to go down here tonight. Don't worry about it. Just stay in your room. It's no big deal. Somebody's going to get their ass kicked, something like that. You know what I mean?" And it went way sideways, and she knows that, and she was like, "Oh my God, what the hell? This is not what they said was going to happen. I'm out of here." She calls her parents like 3 or 4 times. What the hell do I do? This is what was supposed to happen, and it didn't. It's way worse than that. I don't want to be here. What do I do? She called, and every time, like before, she thought she saw somebody outside her window. She calls Jenna, "Come get me. I'm scared." Jenna shows up, and they're gone. Here comes Jenna with the police, and she even there was a message that was said, "Bro, do I need to come get you guys?" There was something said to Jenna somewhere, whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, before that made Jenna think they were freaked out. They had to come get him. And it sure as hell wasn't Xana being passed out. It was something worse than that. So in turn, Jenna shows up right when PD shows up. Bethany's standing over by the pole like she's waiting for her. And then it's too late because PD shows up. And I've always had that issue. But this here is another good point. And this is true. I keep forgetting about this. Kate just said that she had the timing advance record for everyone there except for Brian, which we know is bullshit. But when she wrote in the court docs that the girls never left the house, they had to have everybody's timing advance.
Is that from Balance?
Yeah, that would be from Nick Balance.
Yeah, you mean the state?
They never had the final until 2024. Otherwise, he just had the. She did not get the final cast report until 2024.
Who are you talking about? Ann?
Ann Taylor.
Until 24.
Right.
I see. That's what I'm thinking too. Is that she knew that they could get it though? That's what I think the whole thing with Ray was all about, so on and so forth, and that she knew. Okay, see, Lucy said Ann had everybody's but Brian's. That's how I understood it too. And that's why we argued when they said they couldn't get Brian's because they had everybody else's. So lying and saying you can't get Brian's is bullshit. That's what that whole thing was all about. When we've all talked about that.
Pav released a video today that explains that entire what happened there, and essentially, I guess the short form story of it is the Nick balance was actually just the final report was just a summarization of what Nick Balance wanted to show as the final cast report, not the entire draft cast report. He wasn't going to include the entire draft cast report for Brian in, but just a very small segment of Brian's cast report to fit it in to make it look like he was consistently in the area. But we know that he wasn't at the house or at the location because none of the evidence, well, except for that IgG DNA, okay, whatever, but nothing else showed that Brian was actually at that physical location.
Well, she was right, and she was gonna impeach. If I remember correctly, she asked permission
she was going to impeach Balance.
Yeah, she was going to impeach Balance, and he didn't want that to happen while on record. He wanted that to be, and not in front of the jury, which tells me something. But yeah, I remember that now. It's been a minute. It's too much shit to remember. I don't know. Yeah, the timing advance argument has always been a bunch of bullshit to me because I know they're lying about that. There's no way. That's always been a lie. Ashley's a liar. Bill is a liar, and Hitler knows this too. So anyway,
But no
moving on.
corruption, huh?
Do what?
Nothing.
I didn't hear you.
Good thing, because I'm just mumbling.
Oh well, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fall down. I gotta go in the store.
All right, be careful.
All right, bye.
Moto, you don't have a channel, do you? Or do you?
No, I just talk on yours and listen to everybody else's.
Got you. Balance was going to testify that Maddie Mogan and Xana Cornetto phones put them in the house when connected to number 3 tower. Okay. What the hell is timing advance? I don't know what in the world that. It's the data that shows where the phone usage and stuff like that, sausage and where and when it was used and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to explain it more. It's like the
essentially it's just a log of all your calls and all your messages, and it gives you times in an approximate location of where those pings took place and when those pings took place.
That's the best way to put it. And they were trying to say that if Maddie Mogan's and his phone show them in the house while on that tower, that means Brian's there. No, it doesn't, because Brian was on a different tower in a different area. So, right. That's true. Let's see here.
I kind of have a theory forming on what might have happened. That is completely wild and kind of makes sense. So, let's say that there was somebody who had evil intentions for Kaylee and Maddie. Not that goes beyond murder. We'll put it that way. And right before he begins the actual deed that he set out to do, he hears something downstairs, and he's already down. He hears something downstairs. He panics. He sees a fight between somebody else and Xana. Runs out the front door, Bethany looks out the window, sees naked man running.
Okay.
And then everything falls over. She hears the cups falling, which could be the fight between Xana and whoever, or Ethan getting surprised.
Right.
See, the whole thing, it's so hard to put together, because if there was a fight outside and it continued into the house, there would be everybody's blood would be on that main floor stairwell that goes up to the second floor. Everybody's blood would be all over those walls, not just Kaylee's, or not just a little bit of Maddie's.
Right.
So it's because that's a tight corridor. Remember, I mean, there's barely enough room for one person to get into the main entrance and around that staircase, or up the staircase. It's very, very narrow. And then to have so little blood on those walls and in that staircase, it's really hard to discern as to what kind of violence happened in that house.
Very true. Very true. Very good point. Equally, I agree. Very interesting to think about. My newest thought, though, you guys, is that maybe the quote-unquote naked man seen running was maybe possibly Ethan, and it's just a thought. Okay, I'm not able to quite put the whole thing together yet, but it's been something I've been thinking about a little bit. So Lucy says it's the tower that stops short of servicing 1122, the tower that stops short 100 meters. Right. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, Dylan. No problem. So this wouldn't be hard to put together if they weren't hiding a bunch of. No, you're right. You're agreed. And I don't have any issues listening and thinking about multiple options, guys. When the defense says something, I try to follow with it and stick with it if it's in the documents or whatever. When she said that they were in the house, that's why I've never been comfortable letting them out of the house at that point. Did they leave and come back? Maybe. Sure. But a lot of people have said they didn't think they were in the house that night. I just never been comfortable with that because of what the defense said. It's not that I'm saying you're wrong if you think that. It's just my feelings. That's all. Nobody's right or wrong in this, guys. Nobody is, because we don't know truly. And that's exactly it right there, because he was the one that was naked and a man. So yeah, truly. I never put it out there before because, like I said, it's always never been a real thought. But then I was like, wait a minute, why not? So, and I'm going to try to look into it more, obviously, and see how much I can make it make sense and put it together with the rest of the stuff. But maybe they were there the whole time, him and Xana. Maybe they were there before anybody else was there. Maybe they went there on purpose after leaving the one place because they wanted to be alone. And they know that they're not alone when everybody else is there, so they tried to be. And maybe that's where all this starts at, guys, because we don't really truly know a timeline. Remember that.
We don't even know how they came in through the house.
Right. Exactly. Here's my theory. Let me say this real quick. What if this was Xana and Ethan were home at midnight, 12:30, earlier? Who knows? Nobody else is in the house. And something happened earlier. Okay, we know that this fight broke out, whatever. And it followed them back to the house, and they had already been through this whole series of events with these people, and those people were in the house, just like Kaylee said, somebody's in the house, waiting, hiding, and Kaylee and Maddie come home, Dylan and Bethany come home, and they're hanging out, watching, not even knowing that there's people in the house, watching TV or whatever they're doing. Here comes Kaylee and Maddie. Kaylee goes upstairs, bing, bang, boom. The events now take place because they're caught. The people are in the house.
Maybe what if to go along on your thread there, Dago, what if they were in the room and they'd already done whatever they did to Maddie, to Ethan and Xana, and they were just trying to find a way to leave the room. But people were up, people came home, and now they're upstairs, they're in the living room.
They're stuck.
They're stuck. So at some point they gotta get out.
There's my thought right there. What if that scream we hear is Maddie like walking through the house and she sees what happened to Xana and Ethan, and that trips the that makes them shut her down. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get out of the house. These are just extra thoughts outside of things, folks.
And like, remember at the very start of the case when they're doing the 360 with the drone and it's going around the top of the building and you're looking down outside of Xana and Ethan's room and you see that spot of disturbed snow and ice on the roof, or what looks to be almost like footsteps. I wonder if what we're talking about is what happened. I wonder if that's someone actually trying to get off the ledge of the roof.
It could have been, because we actually talked about them going out the window of that room, which would explain no footprints leaving that room with all that blood. If somebody went out her window, which it was stated that her window was open a crack. Okay, so if they went out her window on that ledge, came down off of that ladder, and off they go. It's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's going to really pay attention unless somebody saw it. They're just being quiet.
Well, maybe that's what made Bethany run back in the house. They saw a guy jump off the ledge.
Mm-hmm. That's very likely. SRB had this. SRB and somebody else. We were talking about this in Discord last night or this morning. One of the two. I can't remember, but it does make some sense. Also explains Dylan Mortensen saying she thinks they scaled the house and got in on the 3rd floor. It could, Lucy. It could. I'm just saying, you guys, like, we've been thinking in this one little box for 3 years, trying to make this make sense, and it don't. So if there's something here that we're not, you all right, Dylan?
I'm all good. My chair's squeaky.
Oh, so if that's what I'm saying, why not? None of them. We can't make the rest of this shit make sense. So let's step outside this box. Let's think about this, how this could have happened a different way, and see if that makes any sense. Is all I'm saying. Yeah, when they brought SRB, and I can't remember who the other person was that brought it up. They were talking about last time. Like, it could make some sense, guys, because didn't somebody say that it looked like there were footprints on that ledge outside Xana's window? The ladder's right there. Maybe the ladder was put there on purpose. Who knows? Okay. I'm not saying it was. It could have been there forever. Who knows? I'm just saying this is just something else I'm thinking of. It's not my idea by any means. I'm not saying that. It's just the way Dylan said about the 3rd floor and the deck seemed to be knowledge of not. Oh, good point. Good point. Like she knew this. Somebody's knocking at your door. Good points. It is. I mean, we got to make it make sense somehow. Excuse me. Strip club says Dylan and Bethany let them in. I still feel almost like Bethany did not really truly know everything until she did. You know what I mean? I don't think that if there was some kind of premeditation, I don't think Bethany knew about the premeditation until it was like right at that point. So,
and I do want to add, after actually listening to a lot of Dylan's interviews, she seems like the one who she puts herself in the story, even though she's not there.
She inserts herself, yeah.
And and that's why I'm beginning to believe that I don't think Dylan was actually there. Because she's saying a bunch of things that you just wouldn't know, and when you put 2 and 2 together, it doesn't add up to 4. And I think what Dylan is doing is reverting back to what she knows best, and that's putting herself in the story. So I don't think Dylan was. If Dylan was there, she wasn't as aware as what they're claiming her to be. Whether it be she was drunk, she was drugged, whatever the case. Now with and like I said, with Bethany, I mean, the question remains, is she trying to get out of there because she knows exactly what happened in that house? Or is she trying to get out of there because she's the puppet master of what happened in that house?
And yeah, you can look at it either side. I agree with you.
Because
go ahead.
The 3 words that I was going to say to you the other day that we didn't get to was that you never thought you'd ever hear me say. I think you were right, and I think I'm wrong. Dylan is absolutely stupid.
I'm very hard for me to agree on anything else. I don't think she's. A lot of people give her too much credit. I think trying to say she's like all super clever and plan. I can't fathom that. I just can't. I think she's a dingbat. Sorry.
Like honestly, I don't think Dylan and Bethany are, going to outsmart the FBI, Homeland Security, Moscow Police Department, Idaho State Police. Like, we're not dealing with evil geniuses here.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not. That doesn't mean they're not involved, especially Dylan. But they're not super smart. Somebody else created this for them and just told them what to do, in my opinion. And I think the only reason why it's okay is because they were threatened with death. Okay, and they're just that's why they're nowhere to be found anywhere. Nobody's gonna find them unless they want to be found. They're in hiding, in my opinion, to stay the fuck away because they don't trust themselves, probably in some sense. So it's just one of my thoughts. So,
I mean, Dylan said multiple times in the Zoom interview and in one of her last interviews, I don't know what's real and what I'm conjuring up in my head. This could all be fake. I don't know.
You want me to tell you what I think that is?
CYA.
I think that's Dylan's stepmother telling her to say that so that she has an out. As long as she's saying that, and that's the only thing she did that was smart, in my opinion. As long as she's saying that, they cannot hook her to anything. And her stepmother's her attorney. So just tell them you don't have and Dylan's not smart enough to know how to say it so it sounds believable. So she says dumb things like, well, I don't know if it's real or not. If it is real, then it was this, and if it's that, then it's this, and it might be my brain doing it. She's not smart enough to phrase it the right way so that people believe her. Because I think Vicky Gooch knows she's lying. Okay, we all do. I think Vicky did too.
No,
so
not quite
I'm just saying,
citizen.
Yeah, right. Tiny True Crime Mama says, I swear that's why Dylan's testimony was all about Kaylee. She was diverting the narrative away from the targets. I mean, it could be.
I mean, how many times did they have to interview her? 6 times? And you have to imagine every single one of those investigators are pulling out their hair or rolling their eyeballs back into their head. And I can just imagine the headache. I'd have a bottle of Advil for sure.
She would have made me start drinking again, bro. Literally. I'm dead honest with you. How many times did they interview Bethany? What, 3? And they have Dylan double that because I think they suspected things with Dylan. They just couldn't get her to say anything because she was threatened, in my opinion. If you say this, you're going to die. End of story. So that's a pretty strong fear. Go ahead, Dylan.
And how, Dylan's stepmother is a lawyer. Rule number 1 of having a lawyer, shut the F up.
Of course.
You don't get involved, especially when you're in the position that you are. Shut up. Get out of there. Whatever you got to do.
Right. Now, let me ask you something, both of you. I want your opinion on this, okay? And everybody out here, too. If they would have sat Dylan and Bethany down in an interview room with a real police officer that knew how to do a correct interview, do you think we'd be sitting here having this conversation right now, or do you think those two would have broke and told the truth if they were forced? This is another reason why I think the trial did not happen, because I think Thompson knew that if they put either one of those two on the stand, that Ann Taylor was going to shred them, and that was going to be the end of it.
Absolutely, they would have sunk themselves before anybody else had to.
Absolutely.
It would for me. I think Bethany. I think she holds strong no matter what. She closes up quick. With Dylan, it would depend on which interview it is. If it was the first interview, I think she breaks and I think she just would flat out say, "I don't know. I wasn't there. I was told to be there. I was there, but I wasn't there."
I mean, it could have been something like that. Yeah.
Now, if we go now, here's the thing though. If it's later after she lawyers up and her stepmom's in the room or whoever's in the room with her, and then and they have the legitimate interview. I think the lawyer is stepping in so many freaking times saying, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. That we're getting nothing out of it. So
you know what? Forget the interview. Viewers, imagine trying to being her attorney. Like, come on now. Like,
right.
I mean, as a lawyer, it's your job to step in. Don't answer that. You don't have to answer that.
Of course. Well, they were there in one interview. That's just what I think happened. I think that's huge too. That truly and literally, if Dylan, especially Dylan, especially Bethany too, would have ever been put on the stand and cross-examined by Ann Taylor, it would have been done. End of story. They would have spit the whole truth out, nothing but the truth, so help them God. End of story. And it would have blown us all out of the water, and that's why this was not happening. And play under the influence, because then she has more yeah, of course. She's
just the fact that new information kept coming out every single time she spoke. Like, the more interviews you do, you would think you'd speak less and less.
Right.
Not more and more. Like,
of course, yeah. And there's probably still more out there, Moto. We haven't gotten everything that, like, Connor's still pulling things, interviews. Think about all the people involved in this. There's got to be more interviews, because I know I haven't covered all of them. There's more coming still, and I think there's probably still more interviews, maybe with Dylan and or Bethany. I'm not sure, but that's a long shot, but it could be. I'm just saying. Oh, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to think some way, in a different way, and this is driving me nuts. It is driving me nuts.
I mean, it's frustrating because we're not getting the full truth. Everybody would just like the full truth and be done with it all, but
yes.
It's for whatever reason the state can't have that, or Moscow PD can't have that.
Right.
And that's the problem. You know what? They would be so much further ahead if they just fessed up to it and said, you know what? We're not just going to drip this out. Here it all is. Okay, bring on some sort of whatever court case you have against us. Let's just get it done with and deal with it.
Right.
Absolutely. They would be way further ahead.
I agree. I do agree. And both you gentlemen have made really good points today. But I think that's going to do it. We went way over where I wanted to go. But I wanted to have this conversation, which we'll probably get into this again, maybe tomorrow, because I'm trying to think about things outside of the realm of what we have already dealt with. Okay. And again, I'm open to everything. I have an open mind. I've really struggled with the girls not being there that night, Dylan and Bethany, because of what the defense has said and others pointed to. But I'm open to anything at this point. I truly am. If it's plausible, you can show me how it works, how they could have done it and got away with it, I'm down for it. I just need to see it. That's all. So, again, there needs to be some kind of a reality check with this case. Some kind of a real answer to something that makes some kind of damn sense. Truly. That's all I'm saying. But again, one of the dangerous things with this is if there is, when you have these conversations like this is all truly and purely speculation based on alleged thoughts. Okay. And it has to stay that way. We can't take something in speculation and put it out as a factual statement because it's confusing. And I try to stick to facts as much as I can. I'm not beyond speculating by any means, but I want to make sure the facts stay intact. That's important. So, Moto, it was wonderful, sir, for you to join me again. I hope you're always welcome up here anytime I put that link, and I really enjoy having you here and listening to your thoughts. Dylan, other than your ugly shirt, I always appreciate you as well, truly, and your opinions as well. And that goes for all you guys. Anytime that link is pinned, please feel comfortable enough to be able to join us up here.
Thanks for putting up with us. Diego, have a good night.
Oh, anytime, brother. Thank you for all you do with the community and for supporting me the way you do. I appreciate you, boss. Lucy said, don't ever wear that again. The TikTok. All right. Again, Dylan, thanks for joining me, bud. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow too. Everybody in the chat, thank you to my moderators. You guys are absolutely amazing. I wouldn't, nor shouldn't ever try to ever do this without you guys. Love to all of you. Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other, folks. And don't change nothing, because as always, you guys are truly the beautiful people. And I'll see you guys later on, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific over at Devil's Advocates to break down and discuss multiple different cases we're all covering in that aspect. Hope to see some of you there. If for those of you that I won't, having a wonderful rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
The coffee's cold, the final stain. We laid the map out in the pouring rain. No hidden corners left to creep. The dark truth woke while the city was asleep. The evidence lines up straight and true. A perfect picture of what they chose to do. The quiet street erupts in flashing light. A reckoning delayed in the night. SWAT serves the warrant, loud and clear. The sound of justice, the only thing we hear. Cafe's empty, closed for the night. We put the darkness back into the light. We'll wipe the counter, set the empty chair, and wait right here for the next secret laid bare. Until the next one.